When the world seemed to stop, we carry on. Continue to dream and create. We don't just work with what we know. We innovate to adapt, so you can drive your career forward. We don't just make you feel welcome. We provide everyone an equal opportunity to succeed. We don't stop at just enough. We go extra to care and provide, so you can brave the world safely. Times aren't the same, but we've always been different. We are Concentrix. We dream different. We create different. We embrace different.
I'm Vixie, the Automated Recruitment Assistant of VXI Philippines. Do you want to know how to jumpstart an awesome career? Join VXI and be part of the International ICT Award 2019's Best Employer of the Year finalist, Best Company of the Year, Best Contact Center, Most Innovative Company of the Year for 2 years, Hall of Fame for Best Contact Center and BPO Company of the Year for 2017, 2018, and 2019. We are hiring account representatives for customer service, sales, and technical support. Find us in a site near you: Quezon City, Makati City, Mall of Asia, Pasay, Clark, Pampanga, and Davao City. Enjoy a competitive compensation package and industry best incentives. Apply via Facebook Messenger at VXIPH. Email us at careersph@vxi.com. Text your full name, location, and preferred interview schedule to 0917-777-5555 for Luzon and 0965-932-9745 or 0961-757-8361 for Davao. We can't wait to have you on the team soon. Apply now!
Grabe kayo, saan sarap pumasyal dito sa Baguio?
Oo, sobrang sulit-sulit ang mahabang oras ng biyahe.
Tama. Pero bakit nga ba tayo nandito sa Baguio? Kasi baka nagtataka yung mga schoolmates natin.
Ako nito ko para mag-relax. Bakit nga ba?
Nandito tayo dahil invite tayo ng Order of the Knights of Rizal para umattend ng 52nd Rizal Youth Leadership.
Ang cool, di ba? Sobrang cool kasi cool na temperature dito sa Baguio. At syempre, ngayong December, Rizal month din.
Tama.
Kaya, schoolmates, hayaan nyo kami i-share sa inyo ang lamig ng Baguio.
So, simulan natin to.
Tara!
Hi guys! Nandito na muli ang lahat ng dapat yung malaman tungkol sa pamantasan. Ako si Jello.
Lahat ng chika, updates at lahat ng latest. Ako si Kat at si Sebe.
At ito ang inyong online tambayan. Ito ang PUP TV, pinakausap-usapan sa pamantasan.
Speaking of lamig, malamig talaga sa Baguio. Pero syempre, nasanay na ako. Alam ko bakit?
Bakit?
Nalubong ko ang December sa Konnichiwa, Japan!
Bakit di mo ako sinama?
Piniem kita, sininzon mo lang ako. Ang gwapo mo eh! Yakiya ka sa concealer mo. Hindi ka nagre-play ako.
Anong ginawa mo sa Japan?
Ay, the schoolmates, panoorin nyo ang Kasabi in Japan. Malamig ang simoy ng hangin. Pati dito sa... Asan ba ako? Ba't iba yung lamig ng hangin? Asan ba ako? Hulaan nyo! Hi, schoolmates! Ako si Kesa at ito ang Biglaang Tanong. Biglaang Sagot. Walang kakeme-keme! Sabi! Sabi! Live in Japan! Ay nga, schoolmates, asa Japan ako para magtanong lang naman. Oo, kasi ayoko na kasi nakakasawa na rin, puro pipi yung kausap ko eh, di ba? Dito ako sa Japan para magtanong sa mga tao dito kung ngayong Pasko, ano ba ang kanilang Christmas wish? Diba? Diba? Christmas wish sa Japan. Diba kaya yun sa Pilipinas? Tara na!
Oy, Kesa.
Hi! Pinoy! Ilan ako ka na po sa Japan? Ilan ako na sa Japan? Ilan Japan yun?
8 days.
Ay, tagal na. Ano ang inyong Christmas wish? Ito muna.
Talagang ako mag-virtue muna.
Ito muna.
Wala, ano ba? Natupad na yung Christmas wish ko rin.
Ano ang Christmas wish mo?
Japan.
Oh.
Makapunta sa Japan. Grabe, thank you.
You're welcome daw. Sabi sa Ay, ikaw naman.
Wow, world peace!
Miss Universe! Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! We are here at the house of our foster families. Kakatapos lang ng aming salo-salo, aming munting salo-salo. O, diba? Dito sa Japan, at ngayon tatanungin ko sila kung ano ba ang kanilang Christmas wish. Okay? O, tara na! Oto-san! Oto-san, excuse me. Yeah. What is your Christmas wish?
何言えば
Christmas のお願い。
世界平和
Love and peace って書いて
Love and peace!
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, yes.
It's right here.
Miss Universe! Beauty Queen!
I hope
you
you bring back to Japan.
This is my brother! Oto-san! Kero-san! Yes, what is your Christmas wish?
I wish all members happy.
Yes, we are happy!
Long time life.
Yeah! 300 years!
Grandson.
You want to have grandson?
Christmas wish. My family to my
family
friend
to.
no health and happy yan na. Happy.
Happy family? That's right?
Family happy.
Good health for my family and more blessings sa career.
Wow, more blessings! Okay na nga, schoolmates. Nalaman na natin ang mga Christmas wish ng mga nilalang dito sa Japan. O kayo, anong Christmas wish ninyo? I-share ninyo dito sa PUP TV. Muli ako si Kesa at ito ang Kasabi! O diba, ang ganda ng fur ko, diba? Lakas baka ano. Kujun Pyo! Mayo ka kay Kumjan D!
Dati Kesa, ibang level ka na, abot ka ng Japan, international Kesa, sabi na talaga.
Wala yun. Tsaka, yun yung Christmas wish ko eh. Arigato gozaimasu.
Ayan, speaking of Christmas wish, meron tayong schoolmate na maagang nakatanggap ng kanyang Christmas wish. Dahil top 3 lang naman siya sa Interior Design Licensure exam noong October.
Wow!
Galing,
Galing naman! Napakaswerte. Di pa
Panoorin natin.
yan.
Hi, I'm Janine De Leon from PUP. I graduated from College of Architecture and Fine Arts, and I took up Bachelor of Science of Interior Design, and I took the boards recently last October 2014, and I just recently passed last November. I actually took mass comm for a year. Same din, sa PUP din. But then again, after finishing a year, parang every day, I was looking for something. Parang, there's something lacking me. Parang, I want to design, I want to draw, I want art na I can't find that mass comm. So, I shifted course to interior design. Sobrang magastos yung course. You have to buy your own drafting materials, you have to buy your art supplies and different kind of papers and watercolors and brushes. Pero parang I learned after I graduated na parang it took me to a better place kasi parang after I graduated, nasanay ka na sa hirap eh. Parang we were trained this much. So parang pag graduate ko, wala na akong arte. I was sanay na ako sa init, sanay na ako sa pila, sanay na ako masumitan, sanay na ako masigawan and all. But then again, I have to say that even though we have a lack of good facilities, na-equip naman yung with better quality education that PUP can provide. I quit working, I took a leave for 4 months to take a review and go back to studying. Of all people that took the examination, of all 300 people, I still got a 3rd place. It's such an overwhelming happiness, I guess, kasi all the hard work paid off. No matter how hard it is, wala yan sa school, wala yan sa taas ng tuition fee. I guess kung gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, just work hard for it. Ako si Janine De Leon, isang PUP yan.
Nakaka-proud naman yun.
Tama, ang galing,
diba? Schoolmates ha, kasi tayo makarating, dapat palagi natin isipin na ang PUP ang umubog sa ating galing at talino tulad ko. Yes.
Ayun. O eto naman, baka hinahanap na naman nila si Kuya LA. Si Kuya LA papunta pa lang dito sa Baguio. So nagpadala na lang siya ng video galing sa main campus.
O, kasi nga nag-bike siya, diba?
Tama.
At balita ko sa video niya, yun ang storya ng araw-araw natin nakikita sa gate ng main campus.
Tama, interesting, di ba? Panoorin natin.
Halos 4 na dekada na nakakaraan simula na likain ng isang sikat na eskultor ang mural na ito. Ngunit magpahanggang ngayon ay nananatili pa rin ang katatagan nito bilang isang simbolo ng ating sitang paaralan. Araw-araw natin itong nakikita, ngunit marami pa rin sa atin ang hindi nakakaalam na tunay ng kahulugan nito. Kaya mga schoolmates, sama-sama natin alamin ang kwento sa likod ng PUP Mural dito sa PUP Hit. Ang salitang mural ay nagmula sa salitang Latin na murus na ang ibig sabihin ay wall o pader. Makikita sa labas ng gate ng PUP ang isang mural na isa sa mga gawa ng sikat na eskultor na si Eduardo Castrillo. Ito ay ang Consolidated Growth o mas kilala natin sa tawag na PUP Mural. Gamit ang brass o tanso ay nilikha niya noong taong 1975 na may taas at habang 6 feet by 30 feet.
Ang PUP Mural ay nagsimulang i-conceptualize during the presidency of Dr. Isabelo Crisostomo, with the support of the Board of Trustees noon ng PUP na sina Fred Elizalde, chaired by Secretary Juan Manuel. So, sinimulan ito at kinumisyon si Eduardo Castrillo to do the sculpture. Pinili ng PUP si Eduardo Castrillo to do the sculpture, the mural, dahil si Eduardo Castrillo ang pinakasikat na sculpture during that time and even today.
Ang tema ng mural ay sumasalamin sa tungkulin ng ating universidad na hubugin ng mga kabataan upang maihanda sila sa paglikha ng isang maunlad na bansa.
The PUP mural represents the ideals of the university to be an instrument in the cultivation of the students for nation building. So, yun yung pinaka tema nung sculpture. Kaya makikita natin na there are various elements of the sculpture na magpapatunay that these figures in the sculpture are creating an environment for a right environment necessary for nation building.
Bilang paghahanda sa pagdiriwang ng centennial anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan, ay ipinarestore ito ng dating Pangulo ng PUP na si Dr. Ofelia M. Carague noong 2003.
From 1975 to 2003, nagkaroon ng deterioration ang sculpture. Eduardo Castrillo accepted the challenge of restoring the mural maging mas maganda siya kaysa doon sa current status niya in 2000.
Hanggang ngayon ay nananatiling matatag ang mural sa kinalalagyan nito na nagpapaalala sa atin ng mahalagang papel ng PUP sa lipunan.
These icons would remind the students and anybody who comes or who enters the university about the university's role in nation building.
Grabe, ang galing talaga ni Kuya LA pagdating sa mga ganyang bagay, di ba?
Oh, in
Sa
fairness.
sintang paaralan, no?
Pero palagi siyang late. Ba't kaya late yon? Feeling ko na Christmas party pa yon.
Posible!
Pero alam mo ba, hanggang ngayon nangangaroling pa rin ako kasi
Talaga?
kaya mangaroling, may tatalo pa basta, it's gonna be nice.
Pero nagbibigay ba sa'yo?
Yun nga mas maraming patawa.
Kasi naman kung ganyan ka sumayaw, kahit ako hindi ako magbibigay sa'yo.
Ang galing-galing ko!
Pero joke,
Bigyan mo ako, ang galing-galing ko kaya.
pero joke lang yun, Kesa. Gusto mo samahan na lang kita mga Pero bago yan, magpaalam muna tayo sa mga schoolmates natin.
Uy, pero ako lead singer ha, taga-kato ka lang,
Sige,
taga-kuha ka lang ng pera. Bago magtapos ng lahat, schoolmates, maraming salamat po sa pagsama sa amin this 2014. At ang wish lang po namin nawa sa mga susunod na taon andyan pa rin kayo at mag-continue ang ating harmonious relationship.
At syempre, huwag natin kalimutan silang patiin ng maligayang Pasko at manigong bagong taon! Yay!
Muli, ito ang
PUP TV! Pinakausap-usapan sa pamatasan!
Tara na! Let's wonder.
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by the Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty members and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed to Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree Number 1341. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUP set and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPians. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With a vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. PUP has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities. An enhanced campus environment, upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society, with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first Polytechnic U.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, My mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3. Enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4. Holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5. Empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6. Vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7. Global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers, as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8. Synergistic, productive, strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9. Active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10. Sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach in education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan para sa ating bayan.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pagasa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alorica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisor have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are an engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from. and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. You see, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company.
Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind.
They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who will really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a science of smile together.
SMART is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, dala sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hiniram, dulatan ng pag-ibig, sa manlulubi, di ka masisingil, sa lahat ng lubog, sa sigaw at sa lalim mong bahag, magilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawad mo'y kalupay na namiligid, ang bituin na araw na kailan pa may madilim. Lumay ang araw ng 145, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya na pag ay makakamit, ang mga ray ng dahil sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing, 2nd floor.
Good morning, Philippines! Good morning mga kaisko at kaiska. So isang magandang morning. Isang mainit na morning ba sa inyong lahat? Or medyo maulan sa lugar nyo ngayon? So I know na kagabi medyo maulan yata within the Metro Manila well as the other cities surrounding the Metro Manila. So ingat-ingat lang din po ha. So kakaibang ating mga panahon sa panahon ngayon. So sa umaga sobrang init, tapos sa gabi medyo umuulan siya at hindi lang ulan, buhos. Okay? So good morning sa ating mga estudyante from the College of Education, College of Human Kinetics, College of Tourism, Hospitality, and Transportation Management. Good morning po sa mga dekana at dekana. Baro babae pala po ang ating mga deans na mga host college natin ngayon. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Well, as ang atin pong mga estudyante na nandito ngayon, mga kaisko at kaiska. So, kanina, nagbigay po ng instruction ng ating isa sa technical na pwede po ba pa-rename yung inyong mga Zoom name into the branches or course and campuses para ma-acknowledge naman namin kayo at ma-shoutout, di ba? So, ito yung mga branches na nag-rename ng kanilang Zoom name para ma-acknowledge natin. So, good morning, PUP Kalawan, PUP Lofes, Sablayan, Onisan. So, wala, yun pa lang. So, PUP Main, syempre, from the College of Education. Good morning sa inyong lahat, guys! And ingat-ingat lang sa panahong ito. Yung mga hindi pa nakakapag-rename ng pangalan nila na hindi kasama dun sa mga branches and campuses, pwede pong pa-rename yung Zoom name nyo para ma-acknowledge naman kayo. Okay, Kabiyaw. So, good morning, guys. Meron po tayong ang ating suki, lagi po siyang nakikinig at lagi siyang sumasama sa atin from the National Teachers College. Good morning po. So, meron tayong tatlong industry partner who are with us today. By the way, we do have from the college, from the Concentrix, from Terra System, and at the same time, Jobs 180. Yun yung mga industry partner na magbibigay ng kaalaman at mag-share ng kaalaman nila sa atin tungkol sa resume writing, soft skills and hard skill needed for employment, as well as personality branding. So, medyo hitik tayo ngayong araw na to. So, Cabiao CC, Cabiao Campus is PUPCC, tama po ba? So, good morning sa inyong lahat. So, maraming salamat sa mga director ng mga branches and campuses na pinayagan at in-encourage ang ating mga estudyante para umattend sa webinar nito. And I hope, guys, na sa tulong ng webinar na kinakandak namin twice a month, makatulong ito sa paghahanap nyo at pagpapaunlad ng sarili para marating nyo ang dream job nyo in the near future. Alam ko, konting hila na lang. Malapit na kayo. Okay? So, yung iba sa inyo is first year pa lang. Yung iba naman second year. Yung iba naman fourth year na. So, ilang buwan na lang ang hinihintay nyo. At maglaland na kayo kung ano yung dream, ano yung trabahong pangarap nyo. Okay, guys? So, without any further ado, meron po tayong dalawang, let me discuss the virtual etiquette for today's webinar. Okay? So, meron po tayong dalawang participants sa webinar na to. Yung isa po is our Zoom participants. Kayo po yun. So, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. So, please remember to keep your microphone always on mute habang yung webinar is ongoing. Kasi, live stream tayo. So, any sounds, maririnig po on the live stream. So, if you do have question or you wanted to interact with our speaker, you can raise your hands or you can type your question at the comment section or the Zoom chat or Zoom chat box. So, pwede nating makausap at maka-interact ang ating mga speaker. Next one, meron naman tayong stream participants. Sino ba yung nasa streams? Syempre, meron tayong PUP Career Center Facebook page. So guys, baka po pwede naman pa-promote. Baka po pwede na pa-follow at pa-share. 'Di ba? Para hindi lang yung hindi sa ad na nakikilala yung page natin, pero at least yung mga laman ng page na yon makatulong hindi lang sa inyo, sa mga kakilala nyo. Okay, guys? So, good morning sa ating stream participants. So, you can use the comment section. Kung may question kayo, you just have to introduce yourself with your name, course, year, and section. So, ini-include po namin lahat ng question and comments na mababasa namin on the comment section dun sa Facebook Live natin ngayon. So, para sa lahat, will be kindly accomplish the evaluation form that will be posted, or the link will be posted at the Zoom chat, and at the same time, the comment section of the Facebook page after the webinar. So, antabay lang po kayo ha, kasi magbibigay po kami ng digital certificate lahat sa inyo 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct of this webinar, and this link will be available 6 hours after the webinar. So our office serves or provides services and assistance to the students, well as the alumni in support for the area of career development and placement, and sustaining the link between the industry and the academe. So this career development webinar aims to help you guys para ma-develop yung career nyo, and at the same time, we hope that through this webinar, you can grow personally and professionally. So by the way, I'm Professor Jane S. Pulma, and I will be your moderator for today's webinar. By the way, alam ko, most of you naririnig na yung pangalan ko sa live. So, thank you again, guys. So, paki-promote na lang po yung ating Facebook page para at least hindi lang po tayo yung natuto, matututo rin po yung ating mga kasamahan, or matututo din yung ating mga, what do you call that? Yung mga kakilala nyo. Okay, so without any further ado, guys, para i-discuss sa atin ang, wait lang ha. Okay, so to discuss about resume writing, panoorin muna natin ang ABP ng Jobs 180.
There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes, and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Okay, to discuss about resume writing and informational interviewing, let's welcome the Kim Chu of the PUP ArcDoc, Mr. Kim Chua of Jobs 180. Good morning, sir!
Good morning, Ma'am Jane. Good morning po sa lahat ng mga taga-PUP, mga isko at iska na nakikinig ngayon. I heard you're all over, all the way to Quezon, narinig ko. And I remember going there. It was quite an adventure, no, para makarating doon. But anyways, hindi na natin kailangang mahirapan ngayon bumiyahe. Nandito na tayo sa virtual setting. So, tama po narinig nyo. Pangalan ko talaga ay Kim Chu Wa. No? Lagi po may Wa. Don't forget yung Wa. Baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. And what I will be doing now is I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, so I can show you yung aking presentation. Ayan. Let me just click on this one and make sure na ito ay lumalabas na. Wait, by the way, I'll just share my entire screen na lang. Sandali. Let me just share my entire screen. It will be easier. Okay, so I'm now sharing my entire screen. I hope you can see it now. And so pagka i-off ko lang itong aking thumbnail. Okay, so pag hindi nyo nakita yung screen ko, okay, paki-call na attention ko. Okay? Kasi dati nangyari, I was presenting all throughout, all the way to the middle of the presentation, tsaka lang sinabi sa akin na hindi pala gumagalaw yung slides. So please tell me, no, kung sakali nakita nyo na hindi na gumagalaw yung slides, naka-freeze lang, please call my attention. Okay? Okay, simulan na natin to. Ano bang topic natin? Pag-usapan natin ngayon yung tinatawag nating most secured resume platform. Dahil marami ngayong mga platform, di ba? Nakita niyo yung video kanina. It's very easy to create and there's a lot of online platform right now that's being offered left and right. Sa totoo lang, ang dami mga apps di ba? Dami talaga. Pag nagutom nga kayo, hindi nyo kailangan mahirapan ngayon. Click-click lang ng cellphone. Di ba? Meron na ma-orderan. Kung kayo ay kailangan mamili, you don't need to step out of your house, di ba? To buy those things. You can just simply use yung mga technology natin ngayon and it will get you the things that you need. Ganon din po pagdating sa trabaho. O, yan ang kagandahan ngayon ng trabaho. No? Pagka tayo ay nag-a-apply, hindi na tayo kailangan na mag-isa-isa pang pumunta sa mga kumpanya. Though of course, we still encourage you to do that para lang sure na gusto nyo talaga applyan yung mga kumpanyang yan, kayo pa rin yung mag-a-apply. Ang maganda lang dito is marami tayong mga options ngayon na pwede natin gamitin. And so sa dami-dami na options, are you using the right tool? Yan yung gusto ko ngayon i-share sa inyo. You need to have a checklist. Most of you who are listening right now will soon be looking for a job. No, some of you are thinking, hey, sir, freshman pa lang ako. Sophomore pa lang naman. Matagal pa po yan. 2-3 years pa yan. O, di ba? Don't worry. No? Yung 2-3 years na yan, malapit na rin yan. Okay? Mabilis na rin yan dumating. And sooner or later, you will graduate. And I'm sure, maghanap tayo ng trabaho. Di ba? So, before that happens, ito na yung checklist ko. Share ko sa inyo. No? Are you using the right tool? Para at least you're guided. So go with me with this checklist and let me know kung sakali agree kayo or hindi. But again, you just put it sa chat na lang. Okay? Huwag na kayo mag-unmute. Kayo na makakasagot niyan later on. Okay? Yan. So, first thing in my checklist, do you want to stand out? Sigurado ako ang sagot niyo dyan, oo. Sa dami-dami ng kakompetensya natin sa pagharap ng trabaho, you definitely want to stand out. Hindi lang naman ibang school ang kalaban natin, di ba? Pati nga classmate natin, kabarkada natin, same course tayo, di ba? We're looking for the same opportunities then, di ba? Later on. So, you definitely want to stand out. And this tool helps you to do that. Okay? By the way, at this point, you should be seeing a balloon on your screen. Okay, again, if you're not seeing the balloon, please call my attention na. I-unmute nyo na, sigawan nyo na ako. Sir Kim, hindi po lumalabas yung balloon. Okay? Ayan. Next, in my checklist, you have a lot of files. Sigurado, no? Later on, marami kang files. Academic records, meron kang mga government IDs, meron kang mga medical clearances. Ang dami niyan, mga kailangan natin i-submit pagdating sa pre-employment. Now, dito po sa tool na ito, it helps you to consolidate all those information into one file. O, di ba? Para hindi na makalat, hindi na pa isa-isa, hindi na pa tumpik-tumpik, lahat po na information, naka-consolidate na siya under one file. And this tool helps you to do that. O, yan. Excited na kayo. Mamaya, sabihin ko sa inyo na itong tool na ito. Next thing in my checklist, it makes the process more efficient. When I say more efficient, napapabilis yung proseso. Hindi na tumatagal. Diba? Sino ba naman gusto tumagal pa yung proseso pa nag-a-apply ng trabaho? Diba? Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, mas gusto natin mabilisan na. Napaalala ko lang sa mga nakikinig, huwag po sana kayo nagpapaasa ng mga kumpanya. Okay? O, hindi po maganda nagpapaasa. Diba? Kami rin naman mga HR, ayaw rin naman namin umaasa yung mga aplikante. Hanggat maaari, we tell you, kung pasado, diretso na tayo sa next step. Diba? Job offer na yan or next interview. Now, kung hindi naman pasado, hanggat maaari din, sasabihin na namin kagad sa aplikante, sorry, for future reference lang tayo. Diba? Ganun ang gusto natin mangyari. So, this tool helps you to do that. Okay? Ayan. Na-excite na kayo. Naisip niya, ano ba tong tool na ito? So, ito lang. Meron pa tayong dalawa sa checklist. Another checklist. Okay? Wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. Okay? Absolutely for free. Mukha lang akong salesman, pero wala akong binibenta sa inyo. Libre po ito. Okay? I'm selling you the idea. Okay, that the idea that you use this tool. That's why I'm showing you the checklist. Okay, and the last item in my checklist, ito pinaka-importante sa lahat ng tanong ko. Do you want your information to be secured? I hope ang sagot nyo ay yes. With this day and age, security of information is very important and you want to secure your personal information. That's the reason why I am showing you this tool. Ito pong tool na ito, tinawag siya as the most secured resume platform. Okay, bakit siya tinawag na the most secured resume platform? I'll tell you. Okay, bakit? Kwento ko na sa inyo. So by definition, what is a resume link? Yan ang tawag sa tool na yan. Resume link is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime. Okay? So I will do a shout out sa audience ngayon. May mga nakikinig ngayon. Okay? Mayroon isa dito, pangalan Jeremiah Cabreros. Oh, ayan. I hope I said it correctly. No? Jeremiah Cabreros, kung ikaw ay nakikinig, gagamitin kita as an example. Ayan. So ano ba ang resume link example? No? Ang resume link po ni Jeremiah Cabreros, pwede maging Jeremiah Cabreros .jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. Yan na ang resume or resume link ni Sir Jeremiah. So you're now thinking, how do I make one? Okay, how do I make one? Just like in my example, I'm showing you John Santos .jobs180.com. Sample lang, okay, para makarelate kayo. So for you to make one, simple steps. Kung di nyo na-follow yung video, iisa-isahin ko na. Okay, first step, you have to register. How do you register? You simply go to this link. Okay, wala itong bayad, libre po ito. Go to schools.jobs180.com. Okay, go to schools.jobs180.com/PUP. Yan po ang link ninyo. Huwag niyo tanungin bakit PUP. Obvious naman, di ba? Kasi kayo taga PUP. So you go to that link. You write this down, take a picture, or try to memorize it. Okay, schools.jobs180.com/PUP, and that's where you register. On the upper right side of the screen, nakita nyo may register button. Now, as you do this, okay, kung sakali lang nakalimutan mo tong link kasi medyo mahaba, pwede ka rin pumunta sa website ni jobs180.com. www.jobs180.com. That's JOBS180.com at dito kayo mag-register. Okay? Now, as you register, what do? You start to fill in the blanks. Ito yung mga blanks na hindi ko na iisa-isahin. Obvious naman, pa nakita mo yung mga details dyan, kailangan mo lang siya isulat. No? These are very easy. Takes you less than 2 minutes. Tapos ka na dito. Account details, personal details nyo, education background. Ganyan lang kasimple. Ganyan kaiksi. At kung sakaling may work experience, aabot kayo sa work experience na page. Kung wala kayong work experience, hindi kayo aabot dyan. Doon lang kayo sa may page 3 lang. No? Sa may education information lang. Okay? So once you're done with your basic information, okay, ano gagawin natin? You start putting in the rest of the details. Now, when you do your account, when you create your account, you have to start by creating your unique name. Yan. Ang resume link nyo, ang basihan yan, yung unique name nyo. So what is a unique name? Pangalan nyo is a unique name. Okay, yung John Santos, unique name yan. Diba? Yung Jeremiah Cabreros, unique name yan. O, meron pa ako isang shout out dito sa audience. Medyo mahaba-haba itong pangalan eh. Si Ma'am Beverly Jane Tobias. O yan, shout out to you, Ma'am Beverly Jane Tobias. Kung hindi ka nakikinig, ginagamit ka na namin as an example. Okay? So, halimbawa lang, ikaw ay si Ma'am Beverly Jane Tobias. Ang resume link mo pwede maging beverlyjanetobias.jobs180.com. Na kung sakali lang may kapangalan ka, may katukayo ka, eksakto kapangalan mo, ibang tao nga lang yun, naunahan ka mag-register. Ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na box na sasabihin niya dun sa box, this name has already been taken. O huwag kayong malungkot pag taken na, okay lang naman kung taken na. Importante lang, you have to be a little creative. Okay? Pwede mo siya baliktarin. Okay? Pwede ka maging creative. Pwede mo siya gawin Tobias Beverly Jane. O kaya pwede mo gawin BJ Tobias. O diba? Pwede mo gawin BJT. Tobias BJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Okay? Napaalala ko lang sa mga nakikinig ngayon, huwag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa kayo ng resume link, huwag mo gagawin tipong nakalagay dyan, cutie pie, lover boy, o kaya Barbie doll. Okay? Hindi po yan maganda tignan, lalo na kung tayo mag-a-apply sa mga kumpanya. It doesn't look professional. Imagine mo mag-apply ka sa company. No? Isa kang aplikante, pupunta ka sa company. Ano sasabihin mo? Sir, pwede po ba mag-apply sa inyo? Ano sasabihin ng company? Yes, you can apply. Of course. Do you have a resume? Yan ang normal tanong nila. Meron po akong resume link, sir. Ang resume ko po ay eljablo.jobs180.com. Diba? Imagine mo, you saying that on HR, baka matakot yung HR sa inyo. Okay, so wag mo nang gawin yung ganung klaseng mapa, cutie-cutie na very, very creative, no, na mga ganung klaseng pangalan. I recommend, whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Gamitin mo na lang pangalan nyo. Okay? Now, as you register, you have to use a valid email. Ano yung mga email na valid? Ito yung mga nabubuksan nating email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, Rocketmail, Outlook, MSN, whatever that email is. Basta nabubuksan nyo. Huwag kang gagamit ng email. Ito, paalala ko, huwag kang gagamit ng email kagaya ng, example lang Jeffrey@facebook.com na email. Huwag mo gagamitin yung Patricia@facebook.com na email. In short, wag mo gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Kasi pag yan ang ginamit mong email, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Kailangan gamitin yung email yung nabubuksan nyo. Okay? Bakit mo kailangan buksan yung email niyo? Because you need to verify your account. If you don't verify your account, you will not be getting those notification. Okay? Paalala ko yan ha. Importante, buksan mo email nyo, hanapin mo yung verification link, then you click on the verification link para proof na ikaw nag-register. Okay? So you're done with the first step kapag nakapag-verify ka na. Okay? Kapag hindi ka nag-verify, hindi po kayo makaka-receive ng mga invitation or notification from the companies. It's very important that you verify. Okay? So you're done with the first step. O, sa mga late dumating, sa mga medyo na nagugulat na saan na ba tayo ngayon, step 1 pa lang po kami. Tapos na tayo sa step 1. Ang step 1 po ay register. Ayan. Step 2 na ngayon. Step 2 ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpleto detalye nyo. Sino ba naman sa inyo dito mag-apply sa kumpanya, kulang-kulang detalye? I think hindi nyo gagawin yan. You will not waste your time and you will not waste the time of the HR by submitting information na kulang-kulang or bungi-bungi. Diba? So, dapat kumpleto. So, how do you complete the information? Punta kayo ulit dun sa page na pinakita ko kanina. Diba? This time around, you can write it or you can take a picture or screenshot. Diba? Ano to? Schools, remember with an S, schools.jobs180.com/PUP. This time, hindi mo na kailangan mag-register ulit kasi meron ka na account eh. Gagawin mo mag-login. Okay? Now, if ever lang nakalimutan mo tong link na to, hindi mo na sulat, hindi mo na memorize, pwede kang pumunta sa website ng jobs180.com at dito kayo mag-login. Okay? www.jobs180.com at dito kayo mag-login. Dito nyo lalagay ang inyong resume link or email ninyo and then you put your password. Okay? My assumption is you don't share your password naman to anyone. Okay? So, as you do this, ano mangyayari? Papasok ka na ngayon sa account ninyo. You're now in your dashboard. Okay? Once you're inside your dashboard, sobrang simple na lang ng buhay natin. You just have to fill in the blanks. Okay? When I say fill in the blanks, hindi ko na to iisa-isahin na hindi ko na kayo ibobore. Of course, no, hindi ko na kailangan sabihin anong address na lalagay mo, edi malamang address mo, hindi address ng pinsan mo. Alis magkasama kayo sa bahay ng pinsan mo. Okay? Hindi mo lalagay dyan yung birthday ng kapatid mo, alis kakambal mo yung birthday mo. Pareho kayo ng birthday, no, kakambal mo. Okay? You get what I'm saying. Okay? So, lahat ng information dito, sa'yo yan. Okay, you put here your information. Now, there are some things dito sa loob ng resume link na gusto ko lang i-emphasize sa mga nakikinig. Okay? May mga bagay kasi dito na nagawa nyo na. Nagawa nyo na. Halimbawa lang, lahat ng information doon, meron na kayong resume, nasa Word file or nasa PDF file or maybe whatever file na ginamit nyo. Simple na lang ang buhay natin. All you need to do is just transfer all those information, kung saan man gamit nyo, Word file man yan, doc file, ilipat mo na lahat ng information mo doon sa file na yon papunta dito sa resume link. Okay? Bakit mo ito transfer dito? Para maging secured ang data nyo. Okay? Now, you're asking me this time siguro, sir, pag nasa Word file ba information ko, nasa PDF, hindi ba secured yon? Ang sagot ko dyan, hindi. Okay? I'll tell you kung bakit as we go along. Okay? So, meanwhile, paalala ko lang, ito yung mga information na wag niyong kakalimutan. Okay? Lagay mo dito lahat ng mga paraan na pwede kang makontak ng isang kumpanya. Okay? Ano yung mga yan? Unang-una dyan, mobile number. Of course, you put your cell phone number there. Diba? Pero you don't answer your cell phone your cell phone, lalo na pag hindi mo kilala yung tumatawag. And this is just my experience, okay? A lot of times, I will call applicants. Ano nangyayari? Siguro pa nag-ring yung phone ninyo, ring, ring. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi ko ito kilala. Ano gagawin? Hindi nyo sasagutin. Diba? Hindi nyo sasagutin. Yung iba nire-reject pa. Diba? So, okay lang ni-reject. At least alam ko, nakarating yung message. Diba? Baka busy lang yung tao kaya ni-reject. Diba? Pero yung iba dyan talaga tatawag ako. Ano mangyari? Hindi sasagutin. Diba? Aantayin nyo na baka sakali after the call, magte-text yung, magme-message yung na tumatawag. Paano kung yung HR, yung kumpanya na tumatawag sa inyo, hindi masipag mag-message? Masipag lang siya magtawag. Diba? Para kausapin kayo. Sayang yung opportunity. Okay? Which is why I'm telling you a very practical tip. You have to answer the call, especially if you don't know the person calling you. Okay? Huwag nyo isipin kaagad na huwag kayo judgmental na yung tumatawag kaagad ay scam. Okay? Sagutin nyo muna. Just in case lang na-figure out mo na, nakausap mo na, ay, scam pala ito. Diba? Or, halimbawa lang, no, tumatawag sa inyo, tinataguan mo. Tsaka mo na simplehan. Tsaka mo na babaan yung telepono. Okay? Pero, sagutin nyo muna. Alamin nyo muna sino yung tumatawag. Okay? It might be an opportunity knocking at your door. Okay? Now, what else do you put here? Now, sabi ko nga sa inyo, diba? Oftentimes, you don't answer your call. What you do next? You write your email, diba? Para makontak kayo. Pero sa totoo lang, you don't open your email more often than you open your social media account. Kaya nirekomenda ko rin sa lahat nakikinig ngayon at sa tingin ko naman, most of you, if not all of you, you have your social media handles. Diba? Meron kayong mga Facebook, mga Twitter, iba pang mga social media. Ilagay mo lahat dito sa contact details nyo. Lahat ng paraan na pwede kang makontak ng isang HR. Para makapag-private message tayo, mas mabilis eh. Diba? Pag tinawagan kayo, hindi kayo ma-reach. Email kami. But you don't open your email. Diba? So what's next? We send you a private message. Hi, example lang, hi applicant, diba? I am calling for possible interview, so and so, blah, blah, blah. Diba? Are you available Thursday, 3 p.m., so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Mas mabilis makaproceed. Okay, dun sa next step. Okay, so lahat na paraan na pwede ka makontak ng HR, pakilagay po dito sa contact details nyo. Okay, next. Ito yung maganda sa resume link na wala rin sa traditional type of resumes. No? Ito yung tinatawag nating work options. Ang gagawin mo dito sa work options na to, mamimili ka lang ng switch. Parang yes, no switch lang yan, on off switch. Ang gagawin ng system, iti-try niya kayo i-match sa mga possible companies na naghahanap ng kapareho ng profile nyo. Halimbawa lang, sample lang nakalagay dyan, willing to work night shift. Diba? Nakalagay dyan, willing to work night shift. No, willing to relocate. Look, ay, teka lang, ano ba nangyari dito sa aking, nagbukasan lahat. Teka, sara lang natin yung mga nagbe-message. Ayan, sorry, pasensya na po. Okay, ayan. So, ano nakalagay dyan? Willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT. Maybe some of you are looking for OJT later on. Diba? Maghanap kayo OJT or willing to work overseas. Ang gagawin lang ninyo, you just have to say yes or no. Parang switch lang siya. So, ang gagawin ng system, i-match niya kayo sa mga possible companies na naghahanap ng kapareho ng profile ninyo. Okay, now I'm not saying automatic tanggap na kayo Hindi ko sinasabing ganun. Ang sinasabi ko is it will make your life easier. Kasi once you set this up properly, a lot of companies now will be able to match your profile and they will be getting in touch with you. Which is why I'm saying, you set it up. Ayusin mo ito na maayos. No? I mean, set up mo ito na maayos. Pwede ka na ngayon makontak ng mga kumpanya. O, di ba? Baliktad na ngayon. Di ba? Imbis na ikaw pang naglalapit sa mga kumpanya, which you can still do, this time, sila na rin ang kumakatok sa inyo. O, di ba? Kayo na lang mamili sino gusto niyo entertain or hindi. Okay? O, next, tingnan natin. Ano pa laman nito? Ang laman nito, nandyan din ng education. Obvious naman, ano education na lagay nyo? It is school, di ba? Which is PUP. Kung meron kayo ibang school other than Polytechnic University of the Philippines, we can also put it here. Wala tong limit sa space. Before or after you stay in PUP, pwede mo ilagay. Sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gano'ng karami pa yan, magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates mo, walang problema. Basta lang make sure, alam mo yung pinag-usapan doon sa seminar. Baka kasi matanong yan during the interview. Okay? Certification program, some of you may mga certification program na inattendan, ilagay nyo rin po dito. Wala tong limit sa space. Pagdating po sa achievement, isa lang ang paalala ko, hindi po tayo lahat ay academically inclined. So, ang achievement na nilalagay, hindi lang puro pang school. Baka kasi inisip nyo, ay, kailangan ba mga achievement puro pang school lang? Paano kung di ako Dean's Lister? Diba? Paano kung di ako honor student? Diba? Wala na akong mailalagay dyan? Hindi. Marami ka pang pwede ilagay. Lagay mo dyan yung mga pinagagagawa mo sa school. If you're a member of any school organization or maybe you're active, hindi lang sa school, baka sa labas ng school, active kayo. Diba? Alam mo, isa kang kagawad. O diba, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Lahat na sa tingin mo, na achievement mo, ilagay mo. Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective company. Yan ang ginagawa mo ngayon eh. Diba? Parang ikaw yung, kumbaga sa ikaw yung naliligaw eh. Diba? You're putting your best foot forward dun sa kumpanya para pansinin ka, para ikaw ay kontakin for that opportunity. So, whatever you think is an achievement for you, you put it here. Okay? Inside or outside the school, lahat yan pwede. Na pagdating po sa skills and languages, ito isa-isahin ko lang because you are from all over, no? Some of you are from other locations, other campuses ng PUP. So doon muna tayo sa skills. Ito ang common observation namin, mga HR. I'm also speaking on behalf of other HRs who are our guests later, no, from Terra System, from Concentrix. You can ask them from BXI. These are common observation, no, based on HR's practice. Kadalasan yung mga aplikante, ang nilalagay lang nilang mga skills, yung mga skills na umiikot sa course nila. Yan ang kadalasan. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin? If you are an engineering graduate, anong nalalagay mo skills? Puro pang engineering. Kung ikaw ay isang halimbawa education graduate, ano lalagay mo diyan? Puro pang education ng skills. Hindi naman porkat accounting graduate ka, alam mo lang gawin, mag-debit and credit, mag-balance sheet, 'di ba? Hindi naman porkat ikaw ay financial management graduate, ang alam mo lang gawin, mag-interpret ng graphs. You get what I'm saying, 'di ba? Some of you, kahit na ano man yung course mo, mahilig ka sa graphic design, sa multimedia, 'di ba? Sa arts, sa crafts, sa whatever. 'Di ba lahat ng 'yan? Photography, videography, 'di ba? All these things are part of your skills. So ano recommend ko? Lagay mo diyan sa skills section lahat ng skills na alam mo Okay, kahit walang connect sa course mo, lagay mo dyan. Why? Because you never know. You never know. Yung company na tumitingin ng inyong information, yan ang magiging dahilan kung ba't kayo i-hire. Because they see you have more skills than other potential applicants. Okay? So you put all the skills here. Yun lang gusto ko sabihin. Na pagdating po sa languages, wag nyo i-limit ang language nyo sa dalawa lang. No? Kasi sigurado naman ako, alam nyo na dalawang language. You know English and you know Filipino or Tagalog, to be exact, no? Local dialect Tagalog. Kung marunong kayo sa ibang local dialect, sa Bacano, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Ilonggo, Hiligay nun, kung ano man to, no? Waray, ilagay mo dyan. No? Wala naman tong limit sa space. Na pagdating naman din sa foreign languages, ganoon din. Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, French, Korean, di ba? Spanish, lahat yan. Lagay mo dyan. No? Basta alam mo yung language and you put it there. Okay? Walang limit sa space. Remember. Na pagdating po sa references, sigurado ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Diba? Kilala nyo yan. Yung mga nilagay nyo dyan. Mga big time yung mga references. Diba? Ang tanong, kayo ba kilala nila? Diba? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinaka-worst dyan, hindi kayo kilala eh. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least alam nila what to tell about you. Just in case lang sila ay matawagan to check on you. Okay? So what I mentioned to you up to this point, I think lang most of you alam nyo na yan. Sabi nga ng iba sa inyo dyan, nakikinig ngayon Sir Kim, meron na po akong resume. Nagawa ko na yung Word file ko, PDF file ko, or whatever file. Diba? So sabi ko nga, good news. Nagagawin mo na lang, transfer all those information from whatever file you have, put it here sa resume link para maging secured. Okay, yung data nyo. Okay, bakit maging secured? I'll tell you as we go along. Meanwhile, what I'll show you next, itong mga susunod ko papakita, ito yung mga wala sa traditional na resumes natin. Ito yung mga amazing na portion. Oo, sisimulan natin sa saan? Sa portfolio section. Ano ba itong portfolio section? Itong section na to, dito mo lalagay yung mga ebidensya ng skills nyo. Ay, sample lang sample lang. Anong ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Meron kang ano? Iba sa inyo, humihirit. Sir, meron akong diploma. Tama. Di ba? Meron kang diploma. Meron kang transcript. Di ba? Sa mga nagsasabi na, sir, meron po akong grad pick. Okay, hindi po ebidensya yun. Okay, sir, meron po akong toga. Okay, hindi po ebidensya yun. Okay, so ebidensya dito yung mga certificate. Yan, nag-graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kang criminal record? Meron kang NBA clearance, meron kang police clearance. Di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Meron kang passport, meron kang visa. O, di ba? Sa mga makukulit sa inyo, ang sabi, sir, meron po akong ticket. O yan, tama yun. May ticket ka, pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa. Okay? So, again, you get what I'm saying, no? So, lahat ng mga proof mo or evidence mo sa claim mo, sa mga skills mo, you put it here. Okay? This will make your life easier. Oo, yan. Now, you're thinking next. Sir, kung pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, pare-pareho kami mga course, pareho naman yung OJT na papasukan namin, diba? Pareho naman yung school namin pareho yung campus, pareho yung curriculum, pareho yung mga teachers. How will I stand out? O, diba? That is something you might be thinking at this point. Diba? Sabi mo, paano nga naman ako mag-iiba sa kabarkada ko lahat naman ng inaral ko, inaral din niya. So how will I stand out? Okay. Here's something I'll tell you. This will definitely make you stand out. Ano gawin ninyo? Kumuha kayo ng mga smartphones nyo. Okay? Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay? Kayo ay gumawa ng selfie video. Okay, pag sinabing selfie video, hindi ko kailangan turuan paano gumawa niyan because I'm sure marunong kayo gumawa ng selfie video. Tumi-TikTok nga kayo di ba? So alam niyo na yan kung paano niyo gagawin. Okay? This time, you pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. So kunin mo yung smartphone nyo, record yourself, okay? Answer basic questions or yung mga common questions being asked during the interview. Ano yung mga questions na yan? Kagaya ng, tell me something about yourself. O diba? O kaya, why should we hire you? O, di ba? Yan. Yung mga questions na sa tingin mo, no, na tatanungin sa mga interview, sagutin mo na. I-record mo na sarili mo. And then what you do next? Okay, panoorin mo muna syempre. Kung okay sa'yo, edi good. Pag hindi okay, edi-delete mo. Gawa ka ulit ng bago. Di ba? Once you're done with that video, you now upload it sa mga video channel. Marami mga libreng video channel. Di ba? Vimeo, may YouTube. Di ba? Dami. So you can upload it there. And what you do next is you put the link inside your portfolio section or document section. O, di ba? Ayan, sige. I'll play a video para makarelate kayo. Let me just play this quick video. It's a 30-second video. Okay, para lang makarelate kayo how a selfie video would look like.
Good day. I'm Kathleen Anes Pangilinan, 19 years old from Pasig City, and currently taking BSIT with specialization in web and mobile application at FEU Institute of Technology. You should hire me so I can obtain an entry-level position in the field of information technology, where I can realize my knowledge and skills in the field that I am in. I am passionate, hardworking, and most of all, optimistic. To know more about me, you can visit my resume link, kathleenannpangilinan.jobs180.com. Thank you.
O di ba? Kita nyo, napakabilis ng video. 30 seconds lang yan. Pero sa 30-second video na yan, very efficient. Bakit ko nasabi efficient? Because HR, ito yung reason why they will call you. Okay, I'm telling you based on my experience, the reason why I will call an applicant, hindi naman para mapagtsikahan eh. I'll call the applicant because I want to be able to evaluate yung communication skills niya. Okay, so minsan ang hirap, di ba? Hindi magtugma yung schedule. Minsan maingay yung background. Minsan busy yung signal, di ba? Hindi tayo magtagpo. Di ba? Minsan naman, ang dami aberya, in short, no? Ang dami aberya. Tumatagal pa, dadial ka pa and all that. Just by simply watching this video, the HR will be able to determine kung pasado na yung communication skills ng aplikante dun sa standards ng company. And therefore, they can move on to the next step. O di ba? Mas mabilis. Ikaw bilang aplikante, ganun din. Di ba? Mas gusto mo, mabilis na para pag tinawagan ka ng HR, malamang sa malamang, doon ka na sa next step. Di ba? Doon ka na kagad sa either next job interview or possibly job offer na. You never know, or final interview na kaagad. Hindi yung parang, again, initial screening lang to, tatawagan ako para i-gauge yung com skills ko. Now, do not limit yung video nyo sa com skills lang. Okay, baka some of you are thinking, sir, kailangan ba mag-English ako? Baka naman ma-nosebleed ako dito. Diba? Kasi hindi naman ako ganun kagalingan mag-English. Hindi ko sinabing gumawa ka ng English video. Okay, ang sinasabi ko, gumawa ka ng selfie video. So kung ano man yung dialect na komportable ka, use that dialect. But I recommend that you speak in English because most of the time, companies will be evaluating your English communication. Okay, so mga 60-70% of the time, yun yung reason why they'll call you to evaluate your English communication language nyo. Okay, so kung kaya, speak in English. Now, ano yung mga ibang video na hindi naman about com skills? You can showcase your hard skills. May napanood akong video dyan. How to use a soldering iron. O, alam niyo ba yung soldering iron? Ba, some of you hindi alam. Diba? Isipin niyo, plancha yun. Hindi po plancha yun, ha? Soldering iron, panghinang. Okay? May nakita ko doon, how to properly handle a welding machine. Yon. How to operate a fax machine. O, diba? Imagine, a photocopying machine. Ganun. These are things that you can showcase. Yung mga nasa tourism, nasa HRM, nakita ko dati, yung video niya, how to fold table napkins, how to do skirting. Diba? So, depende kung ano yung linya nyo, pwede mo ipakita dyan. O kahit walang connect sa course nyo, walang connect sa inyong specialization, basta importante, skills mo, pakita mo sa video. Diba? It will make your life easier. Oh, you get what I'm saying? Okay, so alam niyo na gagawin niyo. Hindi naman kailangan sobrang haba eh. No? 30 seconds, 1 minute, pwede na yan. Now, meron pa ako isang item na gusto i-share sa inyo, which is I'm sure, hindi ito kukopihin ng classmate mo sa'yo. Hindi mo rin kukopihin yan sa classmate mo. Okay, ito pong profile picture ninyo. What you do here, you don't have to go to the studio para magpa-picture kasi gastos lang yan. Okay, ang importante, magbihis kayo ng maayos, yung medyo pang corporate, syempre, pang interview ang dating, and then, plain background. Okay? Tingin sa camera, you're good to go. Okay, do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung ganyan mga sample na pinapakita ko sa right side ng screen nyo, hindi po yung mukhang professional. Okay, wag na kayo pumunta sa wag na kayo maggupit-gupit ng mga groovy nyo, mga group picture nyo, di ba? Or mag-Photoshop or kung ano man gagawin nyo diyan. Wag na pong ganun. Okay, just look at the one on the left side of your screen. Yan. Okay na yan. You're good to go. Another thing that's good with this resume link is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. O di ba may kasabihan, a picture paints 1,000 words. O, pasintabi sa matatamaan na hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay gifted with writing skills. May ibang aplikante, may iba ngayon sa atin nakikinig ngayon. Hindi kayo magaling mag-express sa words. Hindi nyo ma-put into words yung thoughts nyo, yung feelings nyo. Hindi mo siya ma-type, hindi mo siya ma-isulat. No? Hindi mo alam paano gagawin. Diba? Pero alam mo, nasa utak mo yung sagot, pero hindi mo lang siya maisulat. Kasi hindi siya natural sa atin. Pero pagdating sa picture, kayang-kaya mo ipakita, i-express yung personality. Which is why I am giving you this option. Ito pong resume link ang maganda is meron kayong cover photo. Look at the samples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, ay sir, ano yan? Ophthalmologist. O kaya optometrist. Diba? Sabi ni iba, ay sir, mukhang eye expert. Oo, diba? Yung mga pilosopo sa inyo sabi, sir, siya po yung pasyente. Baka siya yung pasyente. Again, it depends on how you're going to showcase yung cover photo nyo. Okay, yung nasa right side ng screen, ano kaya siya? O sabi ni iba, ay sir, mukhang mukhang admin person. O kaya, sir, mukhang mateki kasi ang daming gamit. Ay, hindi sir, makalat po yan. Makalat kasi kalat ng table. O, diba? So, depende kung paano mo yan titignan. Okay? Now, another good example. This is also a good example. This is someone from psychology. O kaya someone who is into neurology. O diba? Yung marunong ng utak. Or maybe just someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay, another good example. Ito. Hindi po ito miyembro ng Akyat Bahay Gang. Okay, itong pinapakita ko sa inyo, ito po ay nagsasabi na there is no shortcut to success. You'll be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. Okay? Yan ang gusto niya ipakita sa kanyang cover photo. So I'm giving you these examples para you'll be guided. Now, kayo nang bahala kung paano nyo gagawin yung cover photo nyo. I give to you all these samples to draw inspiration from. Okay? So alam nyo na. May idea na kayo. Now, when I show you these examples, mga good examples, papakita ko rin siguro sa inyo dapat, no, yung mga not so good examples para wag nyo naman din sila gagayahin. Itong mga to okay lang gayahin, pero yung mga susunod, ito yung wag nyo gagawin. Una sa lahat, wag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Ilagay mo yung picture nyo dyan. Lalaki, babae, between, membro ng LGBTQ, lahat ng whatever. Okay lang, ilagay mo dyan. Okay? Basta lang yung picture nyo, wag yung pugot yung ulo. Hindi po maganda tingnan. Pag naglagay ng picture tapos pugot din yung ulo, wag naman. Okay? So, ba't ko sinabi yun? Because a lot of times, yung mga pangalan natin, interchangeable. Okay? Ang dami kong mga, ako mismo, guilty ako dyan Pangalan ko Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Diba? Ako rin mismo, na-interview ko yung mga aplikante, nakita ko yung mga resume nila, ano nakalagay? Pangalan niya, Joey, George, Alex, ano pa ba isang recently na kausap ko? Sam, Nick. O, diba? I would think, ano yung mga pangalan nila? I would think, ano sila? Lalaki. Yung pala, babae. O, diba? Just a few weeks ago, may na-interview ako aplikante, pangalan niya, Leslie. Yung isang aplikante, pangalan, Erich. I was thinking, babae. Yun pala, lalaki. O, diba? So, better put your picture here, no, sa inyong resume para at least alam na HR who to expect. Okay? Now, one important item sa cover photo is dapat wag siyang blanco. Kasi pag blanco yan, walang dating yan. Don't expect that HR people will process your information pag ganyan na sinabi ito sa mga kumpanya. Wala silang mabasa, walang anything except for your name. I don't think you will be able to catch your attention. Okay? So I'm telling you, wag niyo sayangin yung opportunity. Better make sure kompleto ang laman yan. Okay? Now, if you want to catch attention, do not do something like this. Okay, ito pinapakita ko. This is just my opinion. Kasi ang dating niya para sa akin parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, no? Parang emo-emo, no? Chill-chill lang, walang pakialam sa buhay. That is just my opinion of this cover photo, which is why I'm showing you, do not do something like that. Okay? Now, itong maganda example ko, si optometrist or si eye expert. Bakit ko to ginawa example na maganda? Kasi kompleto detalye niya. Look at all the details. Lahat ng information na gusto mo makita sa isang aplikante, nandito na, nilagyan na niya lahat 'Di ba? Imagine mo, ayan yan yung sinasabi kong wala lang patumpik-tumpik. 'Di ba? If you're going to submit and apply to a company and you're serious in applying, better make sure you put all the details there. Kumbaga sa panliligaw, ilantad mo na intention mo. Ito na po, ma'am. Ito na po, sir. 'Di ba? Ilagay mo na lahat. 'Di ba? Bakit? Para yung HR ma-process na kaagad yung mga details. At kung pasado, edi move tayo sa next step. 'Di ba? Pag bagsak, pag hindi pasado for now, anong gagawin? Alam na rin, 'di ba? Nagkakaalaman na. Hindi yung parang umaasa pa kayo na pagtawagan na lang ako ng HR, tsaka ako bibigay yung next item. Pag hiningi na lang sa akin, tsaka ako bibigay next item. Paano kung hindi na dumating yung time na yun? Paano kung tinignan ng HR, sabi niya, ay, wala siyang ganyan, wala siyang ganun. Ay, mukhang dito okay. Next na. Not knowing na meron ka pala with those information. Sayang yung opportunity. Sayang yung time. Okay? So, I'm telling you this para mas maging effective, no? Yung pag-a-apply natin. Mas mabilis, mas efficient. Now, a lot of you are thinking at this point, alam ko matatalino yung mga taga-PUP. Sigurado iniisip niyo na to. Sir Kim, kung gagawin ko yung mga sinasabi nyo, lahat na information, ilalagay ko dyan sa resume link, yung mga details ko ba nakakalat na sa buong mundo? Yung mga information ko ba nakalantad na ba to sa buong internet? The answer is no. The answer is no. Kaya nga to tinawag na the most secured resume platform. Ba't ko sinabi yun? Because you control your information 100%. Yes, ikaw may control niyan. O paano mo gagawin? O, follow the screen, I'll show you. Tingnan mo. Pag-login mo sa dashboard mo, meron doon settings. Pag-click mo ng settings, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. Under your privacy settings, piliin mo yung mga information that you want to show or hide in public. Okay? So let me use an example para makarelate ang lahat. Okay? Una, halimbawa lang, you don't want to show your birthday. What do? You turn it off. Halimbawa lang din, you don't want to show your address. Okay? What do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references. What do? You turn it off. O, diba? So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public kasi ikaw may control niyan. At ang maganda rito, real-time update. When I say real-time update, anytime na gusto mo na ipakita, anong gagawin? Pwede mo ngayon i-turn on. Halimbawa lang 2 days later, na-realize mo, ilagay ko na kaya yung birthday ko, baka sakaling batiin ako ng HR. So turn on mo yung birthday. What happens next? After you save your profile, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, malalaman na niya yung birthday mo kasi turn on mo na 'di ba? And let's say example lang, 5 days later na-realize mo, ilagay ko na kaya yung address, ipakita ko na kaya yung address para lang ba consider ako kasi alam naman nung HR na malapit lang bahay namin doon sa kumpanya, halimbawa lang, no? So you turn it on after 5 days, then you save your profile. What happens next? Lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link will already see your address. O, diba? Ganun din yan, no? Dagdag bawas. Depende kung anong gusto mo idagdag, anong gusto mo ibawas. Basta pag sinave mo yung profile mo, real-time update yan. O, diba? Amazing? Diba? Ganun kabilis. Diba? Real-time. Ikaw may control ng settings mo. Okay? So, just so makahabol lang yung mga ibang late dumating, tapos na po kami sa 2 steps. Papunta na kami sa last step eh. Okay? So, catch up na lang kayo. Ano yung first step? The first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Yan ang first step. Okay? Second step is for you to complete all the information. You have to put all the details here. Okay? Make sure that the information, yung cover photo nyo, yung profile picture nyo are interesting and attractive. Kasi pag na-catch mo yung attention, yun ang una-una naman sa lahat eh. Kailangan mo ma-catch yung attention. Pag na-catch mo na attention, ano yung next? Saka mo ngayon kikilalanin yung tao. Di ba? Sabi ko kasi parang panliligaw lang yan. Di ba? Una mo makikita, uy, di ba? Makaka-catch your attention. Tapos after that, kikilalanin mo ngayon. Di ba? Doon mo malalaman, okay ba to o hindi. Di ba? So yan din sa resume link. Ganun din sa pag-apply ng trabaho. Di ba? Una, makatch mo attention ng HR. Di ba? After makatch na attention ng HR, next, alamin niya yung details nyo. Pag naalam niya yung details nyo, anong gagawin next? Yun na yun. Tatawagan ka na nila. Kukontakin ka na nila. Kaya importante yung details nyo dapat updated. Lalo na yung contact details nyo. Okay? Kasi sayang naman. Kung lahat in-update mo pero hindi ka makontak ng HR, wala rin. Sayang opportunity. Okay? So, that goes for the 2 steps. Now, we go to the last step. Last step na po ito. Okay? The last step is for you to submit your information, your resume link. And how will you submit your resume link to those companies? I'll give you different options. Lahat na sasabihin ko sa inyo option, practical application to. Lahat ito makaka-relate kayo, sigurado ko. Okay? Ano tong mga paraan? Una sa lahat, magbigay-pugay muna tayo sa school natin. Okay? Punta muna tayo sa ating alma mater. Go to schools.jobs180.com/PUP. By the way, this is the last time I'm showing you this slide. So you can either write this down, take a picture, or try to memorize it. Okay? Or make a, I don't know. Diba? Sulat nyo na. Okay? So schools with an s.jobs180.com/PUP. From this page, you'll be able to see a lot of companies. Ayan, kita mo kagad sa sample ko, nandiyan ang VXI. So shout out, alam ko isa sa mga invited partners din ng PUP. No? So dyan, you can immediately check them out, the opportunities. You can watch their video and then click on their banner. Diba? Another thing is, halimbawa, nabitin kayo. Dito po sa page na ito, makita nyo mga industry partners ng PUP. So just in case lang, halimbawa lang, nabitin kayo sa page na yan, pumunta ka sa website ni jobs180.com. Dito po sa website ni jobs180.com, may makita kayong search bar. Okay, paalala ko lang to ulit ha. Makita nyo may search bar. Yung search bar na makita nyo, hindi po masa-search ang resume link nyo. Ang sinesearch lang ng search bar na yan ay company name, position title, and location. Okay, so just in case lang, halimbawa lang, gusto mo subukan nyo gawin. Pumunta kayo sa website ni jobs180.com. Doon sa search bar, i-type mo doon Jeffrey. Okay, o i-type mo doon yung Jeremiah. Ayan, o kaya yung Beverly. Try nyo i-type. Okay? Wala pong lalabas dyan na Beverly or Jeremiah unless meron pong company name, merong position title or location that has the word Beverly or Jeremiah. Okay? So ano gusto ko sabihin? Yun ang gusto ko i-point out. Okay? If you want to search for companies, you can type it there sa search bar. At pag may lumabas, edi meron. Di ba? Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Di ba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag niyo pilitin. No? Kung wala, wala talaga. Di ba? Kung meron, meron. Or maybe at this point, wala pa sila. Baka later on, nandyan na sila. Okay? So, just in case lang you want to check for more opportunities, you can just scroll. There's a lot of companies there na pwede mo hanapin. Diba? Shout out din ako sa isang partner din kay Sir JP, no? Sa Concentrix. Pwede mo sila makita dyan. Diba? Hanapin mo sila. Makita niyo po yung Concentrix din dyan. Okay? So, ano gagawin natin? You can just simply click on the submit button pag gusto niyo mag-submit ng resume link mo dun sa mga companies. Okay? And just in case lang, you see a company na hindi ka pa pasado. Okay, halimbawa lang you see a requirement of a company that says they're looking for someone with at least 5 years of experience. Obviously, wala ka pang 5 years of experience today. Diba? Ang tanong ko dito pwede ka na ba mag-apply? Pwede ka na ba mag-submit ng resume link mo? The answer is yes. Yes. Okay, I'll give an example. So, nakita mo yung company, nakalagay 5 years ang kanyang requirement. Minimum requirement of experience niya is 5 years. Today, you give your resume link. Okay? Today, hindi ka papasa. Sigurado ako hindi ka papasa ngayon. Kasi kailangan 5 years of experience eh. Pero you never know. Okay? You never know. Maybe in the next few months, You don't have to wait until 5 years. Maybe in the next few years, maybe 1 or 2 years later on, as you update your profile, yung information mo mag-fit, mag-qualify siya dun sa ibang mga requirements ng kumpanya, pwede ka na makontak ng HR na yon. Di ba? At sigurado din ako, pag 5 years from now, kung ngayon, nag-start ka na magtrabaho, by 5 years later, meron ka ng 5 years of experience. Diba? At by that time, pwede ka na mag-qualify dun sa ina-apply mong position. O, diba? So either way, walang talo. Diba? Laging advantageous siya sa part mo at sa part din ng HR. Basta bigay mo lang resume link mo dun sa company. Okay? Another example. Ito yung mga ginagawa ng maraming mga aplikante ngayon. Okay? Nag-i-email tayo sa ating mga companies. Tama? Okay, so let me use an example. So shout out tayo kay, I'm not sure kung si Ma'am Riza ba ang taga Terra System. So halimbawa lang, no, gusto mo mag-apply sa Terra System, gusto mo mag-email. Ano gagawin mo? Lalagay mo nga sa email mo, Dear HR Manager, I'd like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. What do you do next? Usually, ito yung traditional, usually, ang gagawin mo, i-attach mo yung PDF file mo or yung Word file mo or yung doc file mo. Tama? If you do that, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Ulitin yung sinabi ko. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-attach ng anything sa email ninyo. Okay? Bakit? At this time, gawin mo, lagay mo lang resume link mo. Halimbawa lang, no, mag-apply ka sa, again, going back to samples ko, Concentrix, VXI, Terra System. Mag-email kayo. Anong gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, I'd like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. I-type mo na lang diretso yung resume link mo dun sa body sa message mo ng email nyo. Diba? Sample lang, nakita nyo ngayon, no? AntonioJuanDeLaCruz@jobsonid.com. Just put it there. Okay? Or if you are, example lang, shout out to Colette, meron dito nakalagay, nakita ko sa audience si Jean Carla Felipe. O, diba? Sample lang, kung resume link mo, jeancarlafelipe.jobsonid.com, just type it there. And then you submit it to the company. Ganun lang kasimple. Ba't ko sinasabing huwag kayo mag-attach ng mga document? Isa lang ang dahilan ko. Huwag nyo nang pagurin ng sarili nyo, huwag nyo nang pagurin yung mga HR sa pag-a-attach ng mga document. Baka may virus pa yan. Okay, hindi lang siya about virus. I'm sure you're not sending viruses naman to those companies. Hindi mo sasadyain gawin yun, di ba? Pero ito yung mahirap dyan. Paano kung meron kang babaguhin sa details mo? Let's just say, para makarelate lahat, paano kung nagpalit ka ng phone number? Dati prepaid, ngayon prepaid pa rin kasi nag-away ka ng boyfriend mo at girlfriend mo. Halimbawa lang. O kaya, dati prepaid, ngayon postpaid ka na. So, ano gagawin mo? You have to inform the HR. Malamang, di ba? Kasi pag hindi mo inform yung HR na bago mo contact details, paano kanya kukontakin? So, how will you inform the HR? Kung traditional way ang ginagawa mo, then you have to inform them again by saying, Dear HR Manager, I'm sending you my updated resume. Tama? Tapos i-attach mo na naman yung bago mong resume na attachment. Diba? Sa papadala mo na naman. Paano kung halimbawa, after a few months, nagpalit ka ng address, no, lumipat ka ng lugar, no? Iba na yung lugar mo, lumipat ka ng bahay. Ano gagawin mo? I-inform mo na naman yung HR, malamang, di ba? Kasi baka sabi mo nga, mas i-consider ka niya kasi mas malapit ka na doon sa ina-apply mo. So what will you do? Write another email? Dear HR Manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume. Ganun ba gagawin natin? Yes, you can do that. Pero sinasabi ko lang sa inyo, huwag nyo nang pagurin ng sarili nyo at huwag nyo na rin pahirapan yung mga HR to keep track alin dyan yung pinaka-updated na profile nyo. Napakahirap po i-keep track sa totoo lang. I'm speaking as an HR, sa dami-dami nag-a-apply, how will you know which one is the most recent? And you have to, kailangan pa banggain, itong date na to, itong date na to, itong date na to. Huwag mo nang pahirapan. Simple lang gawin nyo. Update mo lang resume link mo. Ganun lang kasimple. Just update your resume link. Whatever file you want to send, whatever file you want to attach, you don't put it in the email. Instead, you put it inside your resume link. The link does not change. So, yung HR na nakakuha ng link nyo, kahit na 2 years ago na yan, or 5 years ago pa yung link, anytime nag-update ka na information mo, yung link stays the same. Pero yung information gets updated na. Real time. O, di ba? Ayos? O, sige, tuloy natin. Sa mga gusto mag-apply, na gamit ay papel. Just in case lang you want to have a hard copy, no, to go to the companies and apply, pwede ka naman mag-print ng resume link. No, hindi kami galit sa papel. Sinasabi lang namin, magtipid na kayo. No? Mahal na ang gasolina ngayon, mahal na rin mag-print. Diba? So, ano mangyayari? You can print your resume link by going to the dashboard of Jobson 80, then click print resume. Okay? Pagka-click mo yung print resume link, mamimili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, ang gagawin ng system, i-compress niya everything into 1 page. Diba? Maginhawa sa buhay kung 1 page lang ang resume. O, diba? Now, when you have this, you can now give it to the company. Apply ka na. Submit mo na sa mga kumpanya. O, diba? Ayos? O, ito pa isang mas tipid. Kung gusto mo ng hard copy, you want to submit a hard copy na mas tipid at mas secured, ito gawin nyo. Gumawa kayo ng tinatawag na resume link card. Look at the picture I'm showing you. I took this picture about 2014. The applicant went to the company, sabi niya, ma'am, pwede mag-apply sa inyo. Ang sabi ng HR, that usual sagot na HR, do you have a resume? Diba? Ang sagot ng aplikante, yes ma'am, ito po resume ko. Inabot niya yung maliit na papel. Ay, ano yan? Sabi ng HR, what's that? Sabi niya, ma'am, yan po ang resume ko. Yan po ang resume link. Diba? Yung information po na kailangan niyo sa akin, nandiyan na po sa loob. In case lang meron po kayong kailangan, no, with all due respect, anything that you need from me, let me know. I will be able to attach it there and you'll be able to see it immediately. O, diba? So nakita ng HR, tuwan-tuwa siya. Bakit? Una sa lahat, hindi niya kailangan magbitbit ng sandamakmak na papel. I'm speaking as an HR and I'm sure HR people can relate. Hindi mo kailangan uwiin sandamakmak na papel. Imagine sa isang job fair, kung may 100 applicants, I have to bring back 100 pieces of long bond or short bond paper. Ingatan ko pa yan, baka maulan, mabasa pa yan. Diba? Mawala pa yung mga details. Diba? Next, sa part na aplikante, anong kagandahan nito? Tipid. Because you don't need to print out a lot of long bond or short bond paper. Ang gagawin mo, isang pirasong papel lang, you can design it with your long bond paper or short bond paper. Pwede mong i-design iba-ibang mga sizes ng cards nyo. You can make 10, 20 sets of cards in just one printout. So tipid na yung printout mo, gupit-gupit ka na lang, tapos yan ay bibigay mo sa mga kumpanya. At higit sa lahat, hindi lang sa tipid, secured pa. Ba't ko nasabing secured? O sige, last reminder ko to para makarelate kayong lahat. Tignan mo. If you give a short bond paper or a long bond paper na traditional resume, whether it's 1-pager or 2-pager, pag nag-apply ka sa kumpanya, yung papel na yan, wala ka ng control. Pag nilipad ng hangin yan at may nakapulot na stranger, no, hindi mo kilala, no, nakapulot ng papel na yan, kita niya lahat ng details mo. Tama? Tama. Lahat ng information mo na doon na sa traditional resumes mo. Diba? So, nandun na. Kita na ng sino mo nakapulot lahat ng details mo. And you don't want that to happen kasi wala kang peace of mind. Now, using your resume link card, ano laman ng resume link card mo? Ang recommend ko, lagyan mo lang doon pangalan mo, tsaka resume link mo. Yun lang. That's it. So when whoever gets hold of that piece of paper, okay, will know the information lang, depende sa settings mo. Just in case they type your resume link, kasi nakalagay doon resume link mo, diba? They type it sa browser, kontrolado mo ang privacy settings mo as to what information you want to show or hide in public. O diba? May peace of mind. Tipid pa. Okay? Ayan. So, checklist na lang tayo. Let's back to the checklist, no? If you have your gadget, gamitin yung technology to your advantage. Huwag niyo akong gawin dahilan sa mga magulang niyo para magpabili ng bagong gadget. Okay, baka sabihin niyo, Mami, Daddy, sabi po ni Sir Kim, yung speaker namin, kailangan namin ng latest iPhone o kaya latest Samsung Android gadget. I never said that. I'm just saying, kung meron kayong gadget, take advantage of the technology. Okay, kung walang gadget, no problem. Manghiram sa kaibigan. Hiram muna. Okay, borrow from a friend. What do? You create your resume link. As you're done, when you're done with your resume link, then you can now give it to the companies. You can either write it down on a piece of paper, papel, mano-mano, or sa mga log sheet. Di ba may mga registration forms? Minsan, pag pumunta ka sa mga kumpanya, may mga registration forms silang hinihingi or pinapa-fill out. You can simply put your resume link there. Sa mga contact tracing, siguro na nakarelate kayo. Di ba? Kung tumatakas kayo during the pandemic, pag pumunta ka sa mga tindahan, hinaharang kayo ng mga guard. Sasabihin, ma'am, sir, pakisulat lang muna ng information, di ba, sa contact tracing. O ano gagawin mo? Sulat mo ngayon. But this time, ang gawin mo lang, lagay mo na doon name, tapos resume link. Ako yan ang ginagawa ko. Sa lahat ng contact tracing, yan ang ginawa ko. Pangalan lang, tapos resume link. Minsan, tatanungin pa ako ng guard, sir, nasaan po yung cellphone nyo? Paano namin kikokontakin? Kaya nga contact tracing, di ba? O, minsan, ganun pa yung dating sa akin. No? Kaya nga contact tracing, sir, di ba? Dapat nilalagay dyan yung contact details nyo. Sabi ko, tama naman po, sir. Nandiyan naman po lahat ng details ko eh. 'Di ba? Pati contact number ko, pati email ko, nandiyan po sa loob ng link na 'yan. 'Di ba? Ayun. So 'yan ang sasabihin ko. Of course, you say it in a polite way. Okay, never argue with the person, no? Yung wag mo sasabihin, "Ha, hindi mo 'yan alam, hindi ka in." 'Di ba? Low tech ka naman, 'di ba? Oh, wag kang gaganon. Syempre you have to be polite by telling them. And then when they understand that, I'm sure they will understand. And when you apply to companies, sinong kumpanya ngayon ang walang internet connection? Siguro meron pa, no? Sakali lang. Pero I think ayaw mo na mag-apply sa kumpanya yun. Kung sakali lang yung company, walang internet connection sa panahon ngayon. Diba? So definitely, whoever knows your resume link will be able to type it sa browser and they'll be able to see your information subject to your privacy settings. Okay? Ayan. O, sige. So, sabi ko nga, going back to the checklist na tayo para wrap up na natin. No? Wrap up natin the discussion natin. The checklist that I'm showing you, the reason why I consider this as the most secure resume platform, is because of the following. Number one, you control your privacy settings 100%. Ikaw may control niyan. Whatever information you want to show or hide in public, ikaw ang may control. Okay? Next, speed of hire becomes faster. Ba't ko sinasabing faster? It becomes more efficient kasi whatever the HR needs from you, whatever you need to submit to the company, you can easily attach it there. And just inform the HR. Hindi mo na kailangan magpabalik-balik, hindi mo na kailangan mag-email na maraming attachment. Tapos yung HR, pahihirapan mo pa mag-puzzle-puzzle. Diba? Ito yung NBA clearance ng applicant 1. Ito yung kanyang government IDs, applicant 2. Diba? Ang dami pong kailangan gawin. Diba? Parang ipapuzzle. You don't have to worry about that. Just put everything inside your resume link. Tapos pag tapos na kayo, pwede mo na i-off yung settings mo. Depende kung ano kung tatanggap ka na, may trabaho ka na, then you can turn it on or turn it off anytime, real time. Flexibility is if you want to print. If you want to print, just in case lang, you really want to have a hard copy, yung traditional malaking printout, you can easily print your resume link. You don't need to worry about the format. It will auto-resize. Nakalagay na dyan, auto-compress lahat. 1 column or 2 column version. Lahat na information mo, nandun na. Maayos na. Diba? And higit sa lahat, libre to. Wala tong bayad. Okay, libre po ang resume link. Wala namang bayad. Ay, internet, syempre, sa mga pilosopo nakikinig, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data. Oh, I agree. You need internet connection, of course. Pero you can be creative. You can be resourceful. Diba? Punta kayo sa libreng wifi. Kapit-bahay nyo, makikonnect ka muna. Diba? Later on, pag meron ka ng trabaho, bayaran mo internet niya. Diba? Ganun lang yan. No? Parang give and take lang tayo. Okay? And then you can share your resume to whatever platform you want to share it to. You want to share it sa text, you want to share it sa Viber, sa Messenger, sa email. Ikaw bahala. Okay? Kasi ikaw may control sino bibigyan mo ng resume link mo. Okay? Yung USBs nyo, wag mo nang gamitin. Wag mo nang gamitin yan. Itong mga ganitong mga USB, and I have a sample here. Ito, kinakalawang na nga yata to. Ba't ko sinasabi wag mo itong gagamitin? Lalo na sa public computers. There are some computers out there, yung mga computer stations na sa labas. Hindi ko alam kung sino sila. Pero ito yung totoo. May iba dyan, may naka-install na program. Once you insert your USB, all the information inside your USB will be captured within that computer na. Without you even knowing na na-capture na lahat. So whatever files you have here, kung sensitive man yung files mo or whatever private files meron kayo dyan, nakuha na nun computer na yun. So I don't recommend to use this sa mga public computers. Okay? Lahat ngayon cloud-based na. You just have to remember lang your name. And I don't think you'll forget your name. Ganun lang kabilis, di ba? Your name.jobs180.com. Yan na po ang resume link nyo. Ikaw pa may control ng settings mo. Okay? Compatibility, wala rin tong issue. Lahat ito compatible. Whatever software you're using, iOS man yan or Android, lahat yan pwede. Okay? So shoutout lang ako sa lahat ng school partners natin. By the grace of God, meron na po tayong more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So nagpapasalamat po kami sa organizer ng event na ito, sila Engineer Flora Quindo, sila Ma'am Jane Upulma, lahat po no, ng bumubuo ng programa na ito. Maraming salamat for continuously inviting us to educate the audience, the students, mga PUPians, mga isko-iska about this resume link. And it doesn't stop here. Sa mga nakikinig po ngayon, kung meron kayong mga kaibigan, kamag-anak, kakilala, na sa tingin niyo makikinabang rin dito sa resume link, please share this to them. Okay? Be a blessing to others. Tell this to them. Okay? Wala tong bayad. Libre yan. And last slide ko na lang ito. Just in case na meron kayong mga questions, ito yung mga tanong nyo, sasagutin ko na. Okay? Ito yung kadalasan tinatanong sa akin eh. Can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? Pwede ko po ito ibigay pag hindi naman kilala ng kumpanya yung Jobs180? Ang sagot, yes. As long as alam nila eksaktong link mo, pwede nila ito ma-type sa browser. At sigurado naman ako may browser sila, whatever gadget they're using, even cellphone, di ba? Whatever, even laptop or kung ano man. They can simply type the resume link in the browser and then they will see your information subject to your privacy settings. O, di ba? Kayo pa rin may control niyan. Second question, is it the same as other job site kagaya ng mga JobStreet, kaya LinkedIn, or iba, More Than Jobs, di ba? Fieldjob.net. Ang sagot dyan, no. May dalawang major differences. May dalawang pagkakaiba. Okay, ano tong dalawang pagkakaiba? Una, para lang makarelate kayo. In case lang you're using JobStreet. Okay, para lang meron tayong point of comparison. If you're using JobStreet, shout out to JobStreet by the way, mga kaibigan natin dyan. So, if you're using JobStreet, you can only apply your JobStreet resume if you're applying to a company who is also using JobStreet. Pag ina-apply mong kumpanya, hindi gumagamit ng JobStreet, hindi mo na pwede gamitin ang JobStreet resume mo. Pero yung jobs180.com mo na resume link, pwede mo to gamitin kahit na kanino, kahit na saang bansa. Kahit ibang planeta pa yan pwede. Okay, basta alam nila eksaktong link mo. Okay, and they can simply see your information subject to your privacy settings. Second pagkakaiba, ano yung pangalawang pagkakaiba? Kung nag-submit ka na ng job street na resume mo, okay, sa isang company, yung information mo hindi mo na pwede baguhin at least within the 30-day period. Nag-submit ka today, for the next 30 days, sa susunod na buwan, hindi mo yan pwede mabago. Lahat ng details mo. Yun na nasa HR. Yun na yung information na alam nila. With your resume link, pwede mo ito palit-palitin anytime, real time. Diba? Sabi ko nga kanina, 2 minutes later, 5 days later, 3 weeks later, kaya man information gusto mo dagdag bawas, basta save yung profile, lahat ng information nag-update yan real time. Okay? Third question, I think is the easiest question. Easiest question kasi ang tanong, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, ang sagot nyo ay yes, and you agreed with my checklist that this is the most secured resume platform, okay, available right now. Okay? And then the fourth question, I think is the most important question. Gaano kadalas dapat ina-update ang resume link? Gaano kadalas? Kadalas ito? Every time na meron kayong babaguhin. Hindi po to araw-araw, linggo-linggo, buwan-buwan, or taon-taon dapat binabago. Basta every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang pinaka-importante nyo dapat i-update, yung contact details nyo. Kasi imagine, di ba, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, lahat ng promotion nilagay mo, lahat ng awards mo nilagay mo, lahat ng mga nangyaring development sa career mo, in-update mo. Pero hindi ka makontak ng HR. Wala rin. Sayang din, di ba? So, you better put yung updated information nyo dyan. And the last question is just a trivia. Ayan. Palaisipan lang po ito. Trivia lang. Why is this called jobs180.com? Kaya siya tinawag na jobs180.com. It's because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. Oh, sa mga nag-iisip ngayon, sir, bakit po hindi 360? Kasi if you do 360 degrees, you only go back to where you started. Diba? Ikot ka na ikot. So never ka makapunta sa pupuntahan mo. Kasi balik ka na balik, ikot ka na ikot. Whereas if you do 180 degrees, you're doing a straight line. Diba? It's a straight line towards your career goal. Oh, ha? O, diba? Char-char lang yan. Okay, so just in case na may tanong kayo, na magtanong, just go to our website, email us your email here sa info@jobs180.com, like us sa Facebook, follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, pati na rin po sa TikTok. No? Meron din daw kami sa TikTok. So you can check us out in all of these social media handles. Again, my name is Kim Chu. Okay, don't forget yung Baka kasi Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Nagsasabing isang magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Yan. So baka just in case may questions kayo, the floor is open. You may now start to ask your questions. Yan.
Okay, thank you, Sir Kim. So guys, you can post your questions na po para kay Sir Kim. You can use the Zoom chat para po maki-interact with Sir Kim, well as for our Facebook page, listener, and pwede naman pong gamitin natin ang ating comment section. Okay, so may tanong po ba tayo kay Sir Kim? Okay.
Para sa kanyang susunod na Zoom.
Okay, so mukhang libre daw guys magtanong.
Libre
so,
magtanong.
Po magtanong.
Pag hindi niyo ako tinanong ngayon, si Sir JP na tatanungin niyo next. Siya nang lahat ng questions niya, ibabato niyo na sa kanya mamaya.
Opo. So, okay. So, can you give a thumbs up para kay Sir Kim? Guys, pa-thumbs up naman.
Baka nahiya lang sila magtanong, pero sige. I take it as you understand naman clearly yung mga napag-usapan natin. Okay.
Opo. So, the link for reminders how to create the resume link is already posted sa Zoom chat po natin. So, in case na may tanong pa tayo kay Sir Kim, okay, going once? Wala na po bang magtatanong?
Ayan, may magtatanong.
Okay, may nagtatanong. Sino yun?
Ma'am Jean.
Okay, good morning, Miss Jean.
Hi, good morning po. Magtatanong lang po kasi po, sabi niyo po sa resume link, applicable po ba yun sa mga sa mga company po na may automatic na nagbabasa po ng resume? Yung halimbawa po yung sa Shopee po, yung may instances po na nire-reject po nila yung mga resume kung hindi po na nababasa sa certain format.
Si Ma'am Jean Carla, siya yata yung ginawa ko sample kanina. Tama, ma'am. Tama. Siya rin nag-question. Oh, galing, no? Destined talaga mangyari yan. So, to answer your question, may mga companies, they have an applicant tracking system or yung tinatawag nila HRIS, no? Parang Human Resource Information System, that might have a certain format na pwede nila ngayon i-capture. Now, hindi ko alam kung ano yung exacto because I cannot answer you a very clear answer because I'm not very clear din. Not clear din yung question kung ano yung site. I wanted to go to that site para masagot ko sana. Pero sabi niyo Shopee. So, ang assumption ko is you're applying to Shopee. Tapos si Shopee, meron siya doon nakalagay sa contact us section or career section nila that you have to attach your resume. Tama po ba? No, pag nalagay doon, attach your resume. Yung attach resume na yun, you can attach in whatever format. Kadalasan they would ask you in a PDF or a Word file na format. So, your resume link, you can download your resume link to a PDF format, you can submit it there. But if you don't feel secured about doing that, then you might want to just put lang your resume link in your in that field. Baka pwede ka mag-send sa kanila. I'm sending you my information. Ito po yung aking resume link. Pwede ganun. You can email them. Pero kung kinakailangan talaga may attachment, then you have another option which is to download your resume link into a PDF format and then you just attach the PDF file with your resume link format na, yung sinasabi kong one-pager na either one column or two column version and submit that to the company. So either way, it's very flexible. That's what I want to point out lang. Very flexible. Kung anong kailangan ng kumpanya, pwede may ibigay. At the end of the day, ikaw may control. Sino bibigyan mo ng information mo? I hope nasagot ko yung tanong ni Ma'am Jean.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jean. May magtatanong pa po ba kay Sir Kim?
Is this site applicable? May naka-question po, Ma'am Jane.
Yes po, opo.
Nakita ko
PSA,
yan.
opo. Pwede, Miss Jonah?
Sige, I'll answer the question. Sabi niya kasi, is this site applicable for finding internships? Thank you for asking that question. Yes, you can check out a lot of companies who are also looking for internship, whether face-to-face or virtual ang kanilang program. Depende na po. Alamin nyo na lang once you see the opportunity. I would also like to take this opportunity to promote kami mismo sa jobs180.com. We're also providing internship opportunities. Pero lahat ng internship program namin virtual ang ating implementation. So kahit galing pa kayo sa Lopez, sa ibang parts ng PUP, if you want to be part of our OJT program, yung aming virtual internship, all you need to do is go check out yung sa sinasabi kong mga link, schools.jobs180.com/PUP o kaya jobs180.com. Hanapin mo lang po yung sa Jobs180 mismo. Makita nyo doon nakalagay for internship. If you want to email naman, just go to the chat I mentioned then, email mo sa info@jobs180.com yung resume link ninyo. Okay, resume link na ang gamitin para mas mabilis. Okay?
Okay.
Yan.
So guys, may tanong pa po ba tayo kay Sir? Tini-check na rin po namin kung may tanong sa Facebook page natin. Okay, may tanong pa kay Sir? Okay. Kung wala na po tayong tanong kay Sir, can you give a heart reaction to Sir Kim? O guys, pa-heart reaction naman. Ayun sir, dumadami na.
Ako rin, nakiki-heart na rin ako sa inyo.
Okay, so dahil wala na tayong tanong kay Sir Kim, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, maraming salamat Sir Kim for sharing your expertise and experience and knowledge regarding e-resume writing and informational interviewing sa aming mga kaisko at kaiska.
Thank you rin po, Ma'am Jane. Salamat po. So, thank you everyone.
Maraming salamat po. So, I hope na maraming natutunan ng ating mga kaiska at kaisko sa ating e-resume writing ni Sir Kim. So, for our next industry partners naman po, wait, check natin. So, andito na ang ating next industry partners. Maraming salamat, Sir Kim, and I'll see you again next time.
Thank you rin. Be safe everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so our next industry partner para simulan, bigyan natin, pwede nating panoorin ng AVP ng Concentrix.
When the world seemed to stop, we carry on, continue to dream and create just work with what we know. We innovate to adapt. So you can drive your career forward. We don't just make you feel welcome. We provide everyone an equal opportunity to succeed. We don't stop at just enough. We go extra to care and provide, so you can brave the world safely. Times aren't the same, but we've always been different. We are Concentrix. We dream different. We create different. We embrace different.
Okay, to discuss about personality branding for employment, our industry partner is an American business service company specializing in customer engagement and business performance. So let's welcome Regional Lead of Concentrix Philippines, Mr. John Paul or JP Añuñevo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning sa mga kaisko at kaiska dyan from PUP. It's a pleasure to be here again to speak to all of you. Now, I'll be sharing my screen so that we can begin. Okay, pwede niyo bang sabihin sa akin kung nakikita niyo yung aking white screen? Opo. Okay, so let's begin. So I am JP Anunuevo. I am from Concentrix, and today we're going to talk about personality or personal branding for employment. But before that, let me talk to you guys about Concentrix. Sino ba ang Concentrix o sino ba kami? Okay, Concentrix is a global business services company delivering extraordinary customer, employee, and user experiences for more than 450 of the world's best brands. We are a customer and tech-enabled company that partners with different brands, and we provide them the best type of service. Okay, so what is it exactly do we do? Okay, kasi merong mga konting notions about the BPO industry and whatnot. So, you know, I can only talk about Concentrix, and this is basically what we do. We help our clients look at their customer challenges, and based on what we see as a challenge in terms of the customer challenges in our partner among our partner companies, we then create innovative solutions that deliver extraordinary or exceptional experiences and drive better performance. Okay, we also help their business work smarter, more efficiently, and be better aligned for growth through our unique, holistic, and outcome-focused approach. Okay, and we just don't design customer solutions. We also integrate them, we manage them, and continually innovate in order to benefit their business, their customers, and their brand. And that's one of the words that you will hear from me today, because we are going to talk about personal branding. Okay, so how do we do this at Concentrix? We provide analytics and consulting. We also provide automation and optimization. We also provide customer engagement centers, and that's basically kung saan sumisikat ang Concentrix sa buong mundo because of our customer engagement centers as well. Thank you to the Philippines because of our wonderful workers. And then we also have digital self-service. We also have experience design and mobility. We also have gig platform, marketing solutions, technology and systems integration, and very importantly also the voice of the customer, because this is where we find out ano ba talaga yung pulso ng bayan, ng ating masa or the customers, so that we can create better solutions in the future. Okay? And basically, Concentrix services a lot of industries. Okay? Kasi minsan, palaging tanong sa akin, lalo na when I'm in, in schools like PUP, ang tanong sa akin, sir, ang kurso ko po ba may kinalalaman or related ba sa maaring makuha naming trabaho sa Concentrix? The answer there is yes, because we are actually providing services to various industries like the automotive industry, banking and financial services industry, consumer electronics, energy and public sector, healthcare services, insurance, media and communications, retail and e-commerce, technology, and travel, transportation, and tourism. So that's a really broad array of industries that maybe you can see yourself working at Concentrix. Now, here at Concentrix, we've been operating for 19 years and growing. We have a total of more than 90,000 employees, making us the biggest BPO company in the Philippines today and one of the largest private employers in the country as well. We have more than 127 clients and lines of businesses that we support in 15 cities nationwide with 46 delivery centers, and we support 13 languages. So it's not just English we're talking about. In fact, we also have other languages that we support at Concentrix here in the Philippines. Now we have, like what I mentioned, 90,000, more than 90,000 actually, among our teams, our staff here in the Philippines. And in 2 years, our goal, our projection is for us to reach around 200,000 people employed at our growing family here at Concentrix in the Philippines. Now, because of our performance and our culture, we have also won more than 100 awards from various awards-giving bodies. For example, by Comparably, we were voted Best Company for Diversity. This is Pride Month. Happy Pride sa ating mga ka-Pride dyan. So we were voted Best Company for Diversity, Best Company for Women, Best Company Culture, Best Company Leadership. We were also named Outstanding Employer and Exporter by the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, or PEZA. And then from the International ICT Awards, our company also won Best Company of the Year, Best Employer of the Year, Best Contact Center and BPO Company of the Year, Best Foreign-Owned Company of the Year, and Outstanding Use of ICT Services to Fight COVID-19. In the 2021 World HRD Congress, we won Asia's Best Employer Brand, and we also won Circle of Excellence for Service Excellence Company of the Year, Executive Leadership Team of the Year, and Expatriate Executive of the Year. These are just some of our awards that we are very, very proud of. In fact, one award that I am very proud of is that we also received the recognition from your university. So thank you very much. I was able to receive the plaque just last month. It's actually in one of my cabinets here. And that's something that I really, really treasure, our partnership with your university. So now let's move on to my talk. Wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. Let's talk about branding for employability. Now, before we go to the nitty-gritty stuff of my talk this morning, let's just have some icebreakers, okay? Guess the brand, okay? So, meron tayong chat box. You can write your answer in the chat box. I'm gonna open the chat box here from my end. So, all you have to do is name the brand in the next few slides, okay? Certain brands or brand names are very popular among people. We won't be surprised if you know these brands. So let's test your knowledge. And so in the succeeding slides, try to identify the brand just by either seeing the logo, the tagline, or a description about that brand. Okay? Let's start with the first one. Ito. In the Philippines, this brand is the most famous brand when it comes to the principle of photocopying. Ayan. Sinong makakasagot nito? You can type your answer in the chat box. Sige natin kung alam niyo itong brand na to. In the Philippines, this brand. To, may nakasagot kagad si Jonah Margaret. Xerox is correct. In fact, kahit na iba pang brand ng photocopying machine na yan, for some reason, ang mga tao dito, sinasabi pa rin, magpa-Xerox ka. Kahit pa Fujitsu yan, kahit pa Brother yung brand ng machine, Xerox pa rin ang tawag natin instead of photocopying. Okay? Next. Eto, which logo is this one? You can type it in the chat box if you know the brand. Ayan, may mga nagsagutan. Tama ang mga sagot nyo, Nike. Okay, very good. And this is one of the most, very influential among the athletic wear and shoes. 'Di ba? Yung Nike na yan. Okay, hindi lang shoes ang dala nila, even clothing, athletic wear, streetwear, and so on. Yan, kilalang-kilala natin. Isa din ito sa madalas na pepeke, 'di ba? If lalo kung napupunta kayo sa may baklaran, ganyan. 'Di ba? So, 'yon. Next, how about this one? Can somebody name this logo? Yan, ang daming nakakaalam. I'm looking at the chat box and you are all correct. Google, which is basically the world's biggest search engine. Everybody's using Google. In fact, mayroong mga tao na nakalimot na kung paano ang tamang pagre-research sa library because they'd rather go to Google and search for answers. Let's just be careful in searching for answers on Google because you might end up with some fake news. So let's be very responsible. Okay? How about this one? This is the brand name that is often recalled when someone asks for a toothpaste. Ayan, maraming nagsasagot and you are correct again, Colgate. In fact, in my generation even, they don't even say toothpaste. Some people from my generation, Colgate na kagad yan. Kahit pa yung kinukuha nila Happy, kahit pa yung kinukuha nila Sensodyne, Colgate ang palaging tumatatak sa isip ng mamamayan when it comes to toothpaste. So now let's talk about branding. By the way, good job guys for answering my questions earlier. Now let's go deep into what branding is. Okay, branding is the process of creating a strong, positive perception about a company, its products or services in the customer's mind. Okay, and you use it by combining elements such as your logo, the design, mission statement, and the consistent theme throughout the marketing communication. Okay, yan ang tinatawag nating branding. For example, 'di ba? McDonald's. 'Di ba naging catchy dati yung pa para papa, 'di ba? Yung tone na yon, it became a branding theme of McDonald's everywhere in the world. Medyo nag-iiba-iba lang yung susunod na linya kasi they tailor fit it to the country. Syempre may kanya-kanyang lengguwahe yan. Kaya dito sa Pilipinas naging love ko to. But in the United States, for example, their tagline is I'm loving it, which is basically the same thing as love ko to, but yung tono the same. Okay, so that is what you call branding because they use it in marketing communication so that tatatak sa isip ng tao yung brand na yon. Bakit naging successful ang Colgate? Ang dami naman dating toothpaste. Kahit na noon pa, nung panahon pa ng mga lolo't lola nyo, merong Maxam, nung bandang 80s, lumabas yung Happy, may Flucaril, Sensodyne, Oral-B. Pero bakit Colgate? Okay? Because Colgate-Palmolive, that company, they created a really strong branding for that toothpaste na alam mo na kagad, pag may nakita kang pula na logo, in fact, minsan sa logo pa lang, tumatatak na. Okay? So that is what you call branding. Okay? Parang Nike yan. Yung swoosh na yan. Okay? Very iconic. You already know, pag nakita mo yung swoosh na yan, okay, naisip mo kagad, Nike. And that's why a lot of you were able to get the questions that I had earlier because tumatak na sa inyo yung branding ng kumpanyang yon. Okay? So, that is branding. Now, what does it have to do with all of you here today? Because my topic is all about personal branding. So, let's try to tweak the definition some more. So, this is branding, right? So, let's talk about how branding can result to your employability because ultimately you're going to finish college. And whether you finish college or not, ultimately, you will look for a job. I don't think naman gusto ng tao dito magpakabam all their lives, right? Gusto nyo maging successful like everybody. And so you need to be employed, or if you want to put up a business, that's fine. But how can branding result to your success? That is basically the meat and core of my talk this morning. So let's tweak that definition a little bit. What is personal branding? Personal branding is your ability to create a strong, positive perception about yourself. If we're talking about employability, it's a positive perception of your skills, your knowledge, your behaviors, and the image you want your possible customer. Okay? Everybody is a customer here of everyone. In the same manner that you are my customers, because I'm trying to impart my knowledge to everyone here. Right? So when you're talking about customers, in your sense, ito yung tinatawag natin na sino may mag-i-interview sa'yo, yung mag-hire na kumpanya. If you're putting up a business, sino ba yung mga magiging target audience mo? So if you're talking about personal branding, you're trying to create a strong, positive perception about yourself. So you're creating an image to your customer or to your target audience so that you will achieve your professional goals, such as being employed, and then down the line, if you want to be promoted, or if you want to put up a business, how people can gravitate towards your business. Because ultimately, your personality can affect the way your business is run. Okay? So yan ang personal branding. Now, let's have some inspiration sa ating talk ngayon. Kasi ayoko naman na wala lang, sasalita lang ako ng salita, di ba? So let's use an inspiration. And I think the best inspiration that we can use for personal branding is Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray. Try nating himayin, i-analyze yung tactic na ginawa niya para manalo sa Miss Universe. And let's try to apply it in our daily lives in order for us to create our own personal branding. Okay? One thing that I can tell about myself to everyone is that outside of the industry, I'm a huge pageant fan. In fact, I was just not a fan. I became part of the pageant industry myself. I became part of the media covering pageants, official media. I was the first Philippine correspondent of an international website for news. And this started in 2004. So I've been doing this for a long time and analyzing pageants and analyzing. So hindi lang ako fan na toxic, but I really analyze. So I thought of who is the best person to embody personal branding. And for me, it's Catriona Gray. Okay, so I have 10 tips for everyone here for personal branding, to improve your personal branding and create your personal branding so that you can become more employable or, for success. And we're going to use Catriona Gray as an inspiration. So let's go to tip number 1. Tip number 1 for personal branding for success would be this. Know yourself. Before you can do anything, before you can take action and trying to develop your brand, your personal brand, or business, or if you want to apply for a job, you have to know yourself. Bakit? Because even when you go to a job interview, you will be asked about certain things about yourself. The whole purpose of a job interview is for the employer to get to know your personality. So you have to know yourself first and foremost. Okay? You want to know what you're good at. Where are you knowledgeable in? Where are you not knowledgeable in? And why? Because sometimes in the job interview, matatanong sa'yo, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? And if you don't know yourself, you won't be able to answer that question. Okay? Second, skills. Okay? And then your personality and your physical attributes. Dapat alam mo your pros and cons. In other words, you know your advantages and your disadvantages. You know your strengths and you know your weakness. Hindi naman lahat ng tao knowledgeable on everything. I'm sure there will always be an opportunity for you to learn more. And those are things that you can learn while you're in the job or through continuous training in order for you to further develop yourselves. But the most important thing there in knowing yourself is knowing where you're good at and what are the opportunities for you to be better. Okay? And we'll try to work this in later on when I give examples, in job interviews and whatnot. Skills is another thing. You have to know what you're really good at. Ano bang kaya mong gawin at anong hindi mo kayang gawin. Because those are things that are normally going to be looked at when you are applying for a job. Okay? Not only applying for a job, even when you are, let's say, putting up a business. Halimbawa, mahilig kang kumain, gusto mong magtayo ng restaurant, pero hindi ka marunong magluto. Pwede kang magoyo ng mga magtatrabaho sa'yo kung hindi mo alam kung ano yung ginagawa nila. So you have to know which skills you currently have from the skills that you don't have so that you know what to do, how to train for it, so that eventually you will know how to run your own business. Okay? Parang ano to lang yan eh. I'm gonna give an example when it comes to knowledge and skills, what you even finished. Okay? I attended the job fair. This was before the pandemic. Before the pandemic. And this was from a different school. There was one person, one student, graduating student, who went to my booth and asked me, what can I offer her? And I said, well, our company offers various job opportunities, and all you have to do is to look at the list of job opportunities that we have. So tinignan niya yung mga job opportunities na to. Tapos bigla siyang tumingin sa akin. At ang sabi niya, but these are all for entry-level positions. I'm taking a course in management. Why isn't there an opening for me to become a manager? Okay? Now, this is where knowledge and skills come in. It doesn't mean that even if you graduated with a degree in management, automatic manager ka. If you don't have the skills to know what the entry-level people are doing, it will be hard for you to manage people and try to improve these people's skills if you don't have the knowledge as well. So that's why you have to know yourself, what you're good at, what you're not good at, so that eventually, makakaya mong ayusin ang sarili mo. Personality is another thing. Okay? What a lot of people don't know is that when you go through a job interview, the purpose of the employer is not to check kung kaya mong gawin yung trabaho. Because there are ways for us to find out if you have the skills. For example, in the BPO industry, one skill that's very, very important is communication skills. I can ask you specifically in a job interviews, can you speak English? And when you answer yes, I can take it with a grain of salt, but at the same time, you can be lying and you can be not as good in speaking in English. You know what I mean? But there's a way for us to find out if the person possesses the skills that we need. Kaya nga merong mga communication assessment tools. Merong mga account specifics exam. If you're a tech person, we have a tech exam. Other companies have that too. Okay? But in a job interview, what an interviewer really looks at would be your personality. The questions that we ask you is for us to drive on what your personality is all about. And then we check, will this type of personality work with the current teams and the current employees that we have? Will you mesh well? Will you work well? Will you fit in our culture and our organization? That's the purpose of a job interview, basically. Okay? And that's why you need to know yourself. You should know what you're good at, what you're not good at, because those are questions that are being asked. Okay? So hindi mo dapat sinasagot na pag tinanong kang what are your weaknesses, my weakness is my family. Hindi po tayo PBB. Hindi to drama. You're supposed to focus on yourself, your knowledge, your skills, your behaviors. Now, physical attributes. Ba't pumasok dito physical attributes? Okay? Our topic is all about personal branding. And when you're talking about personal branding, kasama din yan. Okay? Everybody has a certain type of personality. And normally, we show our personality even from the way we dress. 'Di ba? Kaya nga may mga taong emo, may mga taong parang skater boy ang dating, merong mga taong hip hop, may mga taong class na class, yung parang hindi mo pwedeng hawakan, okay? Physical attributes can also matter because, let's be realistic. When you apply, when you put up a business, of course your audience, your target audience may be it your interviewer or target audience, yung mga inaayo mo na magiging customers mo in the future, they will look at you. Kasi parang ganito lang yan eh. Kung dugyot kang manamit, may kakain ba sa karinderya mo? Lalo na ngayon, in this time na ang effect sa atin ng pandemic is everybody is so OC about hygiene. Diba? So now physical attributes, the way you dress and everything, we're not talking about, kailangan payat ka. Hindi yun eh. It's how you look and how your image is and how it will affect your target audience and how it can affect you in the future if you're going to get the job or not. Parang ganito lang yan. Gusto mo mag-apply as a flight attendant. Dumating ka sa job application ng pagiging flight attendant, nakapambahay ka lang, 'di ba? Ito ako tanggapin niyo ako. That's not the case. That's not how the real world works, So that is something that you need to know as well. Are there things that you need to improve on in terms of your physical attributes? Hindi naman natin sinasabi na kailangan magpa-surgery tayo. Pero simple things as minsan nga yung pag-aahit ng kilay, it can help a lot. And I can attest to that because before, hindi talaga ako nag-groom ng eyebrows. Actually, I have to groom it again. But, I don't used to groom my eyebrows. And maraming taong natatakot sa akin kasi I really look intimidating. As is right now, if I'm not talking to you, makita mo ako sa daan, wala akong mask, hindi ako nakangiti, may intimidate ka talaga sa akin. Maraming nagsasabi niyan sa akin. And I'm not only talking about students. I'm even talking about, people who with positions telling me na nakaka-intimidate yung mukha mo. So you have to know how to deal with that. Okay? So you have to know yourself. And having a solid core or good solid core of knowing yourself will make any job application better for you. That I can tell you because this is where you get to identify your strengths and areas of opportunity. Ayokong sabihing weakness kasi weakness parang kahinaan. Parang wala ng pag-asa. Ang may kasabihan tayo, basta tayo may buhay, may pag-asa. So it's an area of opportunity. Okay? So that you can reinforce where you're good at, because you can always still develop yourself and work on what you can do better so that whatever areas of opportunity that you have will be better. And knowing yourself will also set your own mindset in starting. Okay? So that's tip number 1. Okay? Now, apart from that, sabi ko kanina, di ba, knowing your personality is very important. In some companies, they actually give psychological tests, okay, and they use the Myers-Briggs type indicator because I actually worked for one company before, and it was my first ever BPO company 20 years ago in 2002 when I started in this industry. I was actually given this test, the Myers-Briggs type indicator test, for me to know what my personality is. Okay, and this is an example of the different personality types that are being analyzed in the Myers-Briggs type indicator. Like, are you an extrovert or an introvert? Are you the sensing type of person or are you the intuitive type of person? Are you the thinking type or the feeling type? Ikaw ba yung mas judger or are you somebody who perceives? And usually, it's a combination of all of these things that would make up our own personality. Okay? And the thing is, what your personality is, let's say a few years ago, may not necessarily be your personality today. Because personality can be inherent or acquired. Inherent meaning nakasanayan mo na, hindi na ito nagbabago, mula bata ka, ganyan ka na. Pinanganak kang ganyan. Kaya nga may mga bata na, di ba, may mga baby na iyakin, may mga baby na sensitive. Paglaki nila, ganun pa rin sila. Okay, these are inherent personalities. When you're talking about acquired personalities, you acquired because of your experience in this world. Okay? lumaki ka kunyari sa isang very conservative na household, I'm an example of that one. I think I'm the best example of, acquiring like really big personality because I come from siyam kaming magkakapatid, 9 brothers and sisters, 9 siblings. I'm the 9th child. All of my brothers and sisters are achievers. And so I had to compete, if you want to call it that way, and I come from, my parents are very conservative, especially my mom. My mom is turning 96 this year, and she's just in the other room, and growing up, I lived in a very conservative type of environment. And I am far from being conservative. I am a member of the LGBTQIA plus community. I'm a proud member of the LGBTQIA plus community. And that was something that was not, my family wasn't used to that. Okay, but now they are. So, even though those types of perceptions and how you treat people that way and how you become more inclusive in how you deal with people, that contributes to your changing personality. Now, how can you take the Myers-Briggs type indicator na libre? Kasi may bayad to eh. Okay? There is a way, it's not necessarily the Myers-Briggs type indicator test, but you can screenshot this, by the way, if you want. It's humanmetrics.com/CGI-win-jtypes2.asp. You can screenshot that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, parang nagla-live. Okay? You can screenshot that because the good thing about that, and this is how it looks like, okay, it's the Jung topology test. You just answer these questions. I think there are like 60 plus questions here or 50 plus questions. You just answer it with a super duper yes, yes, uncertain, no, or sobrang no. And then after that, it computes or it evaluates your answers so that it can come up with your personality type. So why do you need to know your personality? Because it will also tell you the kind of careers that are best for you. If you're going to put up a business, at least what are the type of businesses that's good for your personality. Kasi ultimately, you makikihalubilo ka sa tao, and how you are when you interact with people, that will show your personality, and it will also be a reflection how people will react towards you. Okay? So that's tip number 1. Let's go to tip number 2. This is something that Catriona Gray always tells, a lot of people in interview. In fact, in her final walk in Miss Universe in this time in 2019, she really mentioned that she wanted her reign to be a purposeful reign. So tip number 2 now in building your personal brand is you have to know your purpose and you have to develop your mindset. It's one thing for you to know yourself, but if you don't know the purpose of knowing yourself and all the things that will go along with it, then it's not really a successful personal branding. So know your purpose and develop your mindset. What are your goals? What are your short-term and what are your long-term goals? Are your goals realistic? Gusto ko maging hari ng isang bansa in 10 years. Wala namang monarchy sa Pilipinas, paano mo magagawa yun? Hindi ka member ng royal family, paano mo magagawa yun? Diba? What are your goals? Like, and this is something that are also asked in job interviews. How do you see yourself 3 years from now? How do you see yourself 5 years from now? Okay? So as early as now that you're studying, that's something that you have to think about. Kasi, and this is something that I remember when I was still studying. We don't really think about our future that much when we're in school. Kasi nandiyan yung mga barkada mo, your goals right now is just to pass or excel in your subjects, pass your course, and so on. But what are your other goals in life? What do you want to achieve? What is your timeline in achieving these goals? These are things that you may want to think about so that you can know your purpose and develop your mindset. Okay? What are your passions and interests? Very importantly as well, because sometimes these passions and interests can influence yourselves into 1, choosing the right course, for you. I'm sure meron kayong mga rason kung bakit kinuha yung mga kurso ninyo. And that's one. And sometimes it's also based on your passions and interests. Sometimes it's based on influence also. Okay, sinabihan ka ba ng magulang mo, hindi, itong kunin mong kurso. Is it based on your financial status? My dad wanted to be a doctor when he was young, but back in the late 40s, early 50s, he couldn't take medicine because after the war, and he didn't come from a rich family, hindi niya kayang itustusan ng sarili niya because he was also the breadwinner. So, hindi siya nakapag-doktor, but he became an engineer. So, sometimes that changes everything also, but you have to know your passions and interests as well. Very importantly, because especially now, companies are more gearing towards encouraging their employees to have a balance of work and life. So that's why you have to know your passions and interests as well. Because if you don't have one, and I'm pretty sure everybody has, you know, you will get burnt out easily. You will get stressed out easily. Your passions and your interests can anchor you and fuel your desire and your productivity. In the same manner, if you're trying to build a personal brand in putting up a business, your business can be based on your passions and interests. I'm a good example. I love pretty things. Okay? So alam niyo na nag-media ako sa pageants. Another interest that I have is organizing events. I love organizing events. I like seeing the happiness in the faces of the people whose events I've organized. So I have been an event organizer. Obviously, because of the pandemic, medyo nahirapan tayong gumawa ng diskarte dyan. But I used to be part of that. I used to coordinate weddings. I used to plan weddings, debut, whatnot. Ultimo libing na organize ko na yan para kahit na papano klase ang dating, magandang tignan, hindi, alam mo yun, kasi because yung mga namamatayan, di ba, minsan, aligaga. So, even that nagawa ko because that was my passion, that was my interest. I love events. Okay? And I created the business out of it. See? And that is something that you can start thinking about as well as you go along. Para ngayon kasi it's not enough for you to be employed in just one job. Sa mahal ng bilihin, nakita niyo na ba yung gasolina? Kung magkano ngayon? Nakita niyo ba yung presyo ng bilihin? Yung dating corned beef na nabibili mo ng 70 plus pesos, nasa 100 plus na ngayon. Diba? So, sometimes these passions and interests can supplement whatever means that you have also. Okay? Next is your negotiables versus your non-negotiables. In knowing yourself and in knowing your purpose, halimbawa, your purpose is for you to get a job. That's your goal. That's your short-term goal. You want to get a job. In timeline mo, you're giving yourself, kailangan within 2 months makakuha ko ng trabaho. Okay? You also need to know what your negotiables versus your non-negotiables. What do I mean by that? Are you willing to work on site? Are you only thinking of working at home? Because even those things can limit your options. And therefore affect your purpose and affect your mindset. Okay? So you have to think about all of those things. Okay? Next, and this is very important. Our third tip is very, very important. Know your audience. Know your target market. Let's have an anecdote here about Catriona Gray. Balik tayo kay Catriona Gray. When she was preparing for Miss Universe 2018, okay, Catriona actually went to Thailand. And she went to Thailand parang August yata yun or parang ganon, July, August. Okay? Yung Miss Universe 2018 was held in December. Pero August or July of that year pa lang, nagpunta na si Catriona sa Thailand. Okay? It was held in Thailand at that year also. Okay? So she had a tour, nagkaroon siya ng immersion, and this was just, during the time na biglang in-announce na ay gagawin sa Thailand ang Miss Universe. Okay? And then they even created a video out of it. And you can find that video on YouTube. Hanapin nyo lang yung YouTube channel ni Jojo Bragais. Makikita nyo yung preparations na ginawa nila. So they were shooting Catriona in all of these temples. Catriona was immersing herself with the culture and immersing herself even with the food and so on. Fast forward December of 2018. Dumating na si Catriona Gray para mag-compete sa Miss Universe. Nagulantang ang buong mundo. Bakit? Pagbaba niya ng eroplano, ang sash niya nakalagay Philippines, pero yung suot niya parang inspired ng national costume ng Thailand. And this is, by the way, what you're seeing here is her arrival outfit. Diba? If you're going to look at it, mukha nga siyang national costume ng Thailand. And to be honest with you, pinag-isipan yun. Yun yung tactic, yun yung branding na tinatawag natin para tumatak sa tao na itong si Catriona gusto niyang manalo. Para manalo ka, you need to know your audience. Ang mga taga-Thailand, naku, loyal yan sa mga kandidata nila. Hindi yan loyal sa Pilipinas. In fact, malaki nga ang kainggitan minsan. Ang mga naghihidwa ang bato sa pageants, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia. Thailand and Indonesia, kahidwaan ng Pilipinas kasi hindi naman sa nasasabi natin na naiinggit sila, but they're that competitive kasi they want to achieve the same kind of achievements as the Philippines, having the most number of crowns in Asia sa mga beauty pageants. Now, si Catriona, she knows that toxicity of fans. She knows all about that and her team knew about it. So what they did, kailangan syempre i-charming natin yung ating target audience. And that's why she did that. The belt that she wore was the belt that she bought in Thailand a few months ago nung nagsuot siya ng Thai na costume. Pinartner nila dyan sa outfit na yan. Okay? And that's how she was able to start connecting with her target audience. Yung alam kong taga-Thailand kayo, alam ko na loyal kayo kay Ming Sofida who was the candidate from Thailand that year. Pero consider me also. And she was so nice. She was so nice to everyone. She was so nice to the media, international and local media. And she even mentioned, she made sure that she showed her audience that she respects their culture. Nagwa-why siya. Ano yung why? Yung gumagano yung mga taga-Thailand. She provides relevant information that she knew. Kasi nga, nanggaling na siya a few months ago eh. So fresh pa sa kanya na gusto niya yung mga pagkain and so on so that nakukuha mo yung kiliti ng tao. Parang ganito lang yan. Di ba tayo mga Pilipino? Have you tried watching on YouTube? Napansin nyo ba na marami at parami ng parami ang mga foreign vloggers na gumagawa ng content na targeted sa Philippine audience? Pansin nyo yun? Para lumaki yung views nila at saka yung subscription. Kasi alam nila na among a lot of the countries in the world nowadays, the Philippines, even if our internet is slow, we are like in the top 10 countries na mga tao na mahilig sa social media. And that is why they're creating a lot of content. Vloggers are coming here to the Philippines, kahit na magpadyak sila dyan sa Binondo para lang tumikim ng siomai, because they know their audience. They know their target audience, and that's why they're doing something so that they can get their target audience. Okay? Now, what does that now have to do with being employed? When you're talking about knowing your audience, you have to know the following. One, the industry you are applying for. Sir, I'm taking a course in IT. Ano pa bang industry ang pwede kong applyan? Okay, even if you're going to apply in something that's IT related, let's say you want to apply in let's say in an IT department of a company, that particular company could still be involved in a different type of industry. So you need to know that industry, right? Because industries nowadays can be broad. And nowadays, you can pretty much apply, especially in the BPO or the business process outsourcing industries, where Concentrix is a part of also, or the IT BPM industry. We're servicing a lot of industries as well. So you need to know what these are. Kasi if you know something about the industry, then you will have at least know something how to, how you can create your own strategy in answering interview questions, or at least nakikita mo na yung sarili mo, how you can grow your career. You also need to know, or when you're talking about knowing your audience, you have to know or research on the company you are applying for. What are the mission or the vision statements of these companies? What's the company culture? It's not enough for you to say, itong taong to, kakilala ko to, nagtatrabaho to dito sa kumpanya. Sabi niya, ito yung sweldo, gusto ko rin yun. At the end of the day, and this is something that, based on my multiple decades of experience working in general, when you start working, you realize, yes, money is very important. That's the whole reason why we apply for a job or why we put up a business. We want to earn. That's why when you're putting up a business, you have to be aware gaano katagal bago mo mabawi yung yung pinuhunan mo. Ano yung ROI or return of investment? And in the same manner, if you're applying for a job, you want to know paano ko maiuusad yung career ko based on my job now. But the thing is, pera is not the only thing that's important. And that's something that you will realize when you start working. You will now take into consideration the people that you're working with, the culture of the company that you're working with, the culture of the industry you are a part of. For example, in my case, it's going to be hard for me who spent 20 years in the BPO industry to go to an industry that's more conventional. All because I'm now used to a culture that's very westernized, where I can just go inside the room and talk to my boss or to the director or even, to the president of the company. And, it's okay for us to express our feelings. In other industries, merong chain of command. Okay? And those are things that you need to research on, so that you will be able to know your target audience. So that paano mo i-strategize ang sarili mo? Paano mo i-build up ang sarili mo to come up with an image for them to remember you positively? You have to know the job description of what you're applying for. Nako, ito na. Ang dami kong experience where applicants would even tell me, sir, ano nga pala yung ina-applyan ko ditong posisyon? Okay? You need to know what it's all about. You need to research what is the scope of work. Baka naman pumupunta ka sa gera na wala kang bala. Wala kang sandata. Okay? So you need to research as well. You need to know what the knowledge, skills, and behaviors that are needed. In other words, ano ba yung tinatawag nating MHR? What are the minimum hiring requirements? Okay? Let me give you an example. Meron kami mga accounts sa Concentrix, and we would post ads on Facebook and social media about it, and we would tell them, okay, this is open for college graduates, because we do have some job openings at Concentrix. We have a lot of job openings at Concentrix that are willing to accept even senior high school graduates. But then we also have accounts that would specifically ask for college graduates. Tapos klarong-klaro yun. Nasa ad, nasa body ng post. Tapos makakuha kami na sandamakmak na applicants na hindi naman papasok sa banga just by looking at the resume. Okay? And why is that so? Well, trigger happy. Apply. But you really have to learn and research all of these things to be, before you even start. Para at least, di ba nga, know yourself. You should know what knowledge you have, skills, your behaviors, your personality, so that in the onset, when you're trying to know your audience, alam mo na kagad, kaya ko ba to o hindi? Kung hindi ko kaya right now, what can I do para makayanan ko siya? Because this is my goal. This is my purpose. Okay? Culture is very important. And I mentioned this earlier, about the BPO industry culture versus a more conventional type of culture. And You need to research on that kasi doon mo malalaman kasi meron ka nang nakasanayan eh. Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone or are you just wanting to be in that safe circle that you are at? Okay? And that's why it's important for you to know your audience. You want to know the application process as well because then it will set or it will preface what you can expect. Ilang interview, ilang anong klase pang assessment ang meron ako para mapaghandaan mo. Okay? Because in personal branding, apart from, creating your own image and whatnot, kailangan pinaghandaan yan. Okay? Dress code is also important. Kailangan ba naka-corporate attire na pag nag-apply ka sa isang trabaho? Not necessarily. It's 2022. Not all industries are like that. Mapwera na lang kung nag-a-apply ka sa isa, let's say as a flight attendant. Usually they want their applicants na face-to-face, talaga, corporate, kasi tinitignan nila, ultimo yung yung grooming and whatnot. Right? But that's why you need to know your audience. Mag-a-apply ka sa isang fast food chain, dating ka naka-corporate attire. Diba? So you really need to know your audience so that you can start tailor-fitting yourself and your personality para either to conform or maybe you can push the envelope a little bit, but ultimately to create your own image and create an impression that will be positive. Tip number 4 is very Catriona, right? Because she always talks about authenticity. Yung pagpapakatotoo. Okay? Importante ang pagpapakatotoo. Pero hindi ka makakapagpapakatotoo if you don't know your personality. So, balik tayo sa tip number 1. Know yourself. Check your personality. Kaya nga sana na-screenshot nyo yung website na binigay ko because it's a good way for you to analyze yourselves and then how you can position that personality, moving forward in your careers and in your lives. Know your advantages and your disadvantages. Know your strengths and your areas of opportunity. And very important, be you. Don't pretend to be someone else. Be you. But, ito yung pinakamalaking but. Know when to conform. Paano kung, ganito ko dapat tanggapin nila ako. Okay? You have to know, and this is based on how you've researched and tried to learn about your audience, you have to know when to conform. For example, gusto mo mag-apply ng trabaho, gusto mong seryosohin ka ng isang kumpanya, hindi ka nila kakilala, di ba? Kasi minsan may mga padramang ganyan na parang ang bilis nyo naman akong i-judge, hindi nyo naman alam yung pinagdaanan ko. Pag nag-apply ka ng trabaho, that's not the whole point. They won't really take their time to get to know kung anong pinagdaanan mo. Kasi this is not a reality show. You know what I mean? So what am I driving at for that type of authenticity? You need to make an impression na off the bat in a very small amount of time. And that's why that's why you have to research on what you're applying for example, or if you're putting up a business, so that you know when do you have to sacrifice a certain part of your personality or, maybe tweak it a little bit so that you can conform and get the job. Because ultimately, that's your purpose. You want to get a job. Pero isang tao ka na nag-a-apply sa isang kumpanya na marami ng tao. You know what I mean? Majority wins. Kung ito na yung kanilang, and that's why it's important for you to know the culture because kung ganito yung kultura, tas naiiba ka, pero gusto mo talaga magtrabaho doon, paano mo babaguhin ang sarili mo? So know when to conform. For example, nag-a-apply ka sa isang very conventional na company. Ikaw yung mga tipong taong wala, self-expression tayo, friends, eto ko, this is how I look like, and so on. Then obviously, you need to conform to what their dress code is. Kung marami kang piercing, baka kailangan tanggalin mo yan. Okay? Ito nga ang personality ko, hindi yun yung personality ng kumpanya. Diba? That's why you can still be authentic to yourself. Pwede ka pa rin naman maging ganon, but know when to conform. So, halimbawa, bawal sa kanila piercing. Then, wala kang piercing pag pumapasok. And you can still show your personality in other ways. Mahilig kang mag-itim, pero ang gusto mong pasukan yung mga tipong kunyari gusto maging preschool teacher na kailangan makulay. Gusto mo nakaitim ka palagi. So what do? Sometimes you can take parts of your personality in terms of how you dress. Halimbawa, yung itim magiging minimal part lang siya, kunyari pants, but your top is more colorful, diba? So you're trying now to conform and at the same time find a middle ground so that you can still show your authenticity. Use your research all the time about the company, the industry, and everything else when you tailor fit your authenticity. What makes you unique is another thing that you should celebrate. Okay? Because that is something that will be asked. Why should we take you instead of the other persons? And you don't want to say bad things about the other people because you don't know them. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na because I know that I can work harder than them. Who are you to say that you can work harder than the others? But focus on how you can contribute to the industry and what makes you unique. So you're now creating an image that is more positive and more endearing para mas magugustuhan ka ng papasukan mong kumpanya, or if you're, let's say, putting up a business because you are going to meet people, for investment and so on. What would make people want you over the others? I just mentioned that, right? So, yeah. Tip number 5. Eto na. Still in the lines of personal branding, because branding basically also covers elements such as, your logo, your design, your look, and everything. So now let's talk about collaterals. Ano ba yung collaterals? Collaterals would be things that you would need to bring out and create so that you can get yourself out there. Okay? So, an example of this would be your resume or your CV. Okay, you should know the difference between a resume and a CV. A resume is usually one page. CV, mas kaya curriculum vitae. It talks about your life in general. So it becomes more detailed. So ano ba ang kailangan ng kumpanyang yon? That's one. You tailor fit your collateral based on your need. Halimbawa, ang ina-applyan mo is for something that's more corporate, wag mong ilalagay sa CV mo or sa resume mo yung mahilig ka sa cooking and all things pretty and frilly. You don't want to put that there all the time because obviously you want to focus on your professional credentials as opposed to something that's not related to the work. Okay? So, collaterals is very important. Okay? Parang ganito lang yan eh. Napapabili tayo ng isang bagay pag nakita natin na maganda yung commercial o yung ads niya. Diba? Kasi tumatatak yun sa isip natin. And it triggers something in our brain that would make us want it and eventually make us feel na we need it. So ganun din dapat when you're creating your collaterals. Kahit yung resume mo, yung pag tinignan namin, off the bat, makikita namin, ay, kailangan namin itong kunin. Okay? Nowadays, you don't have to create a resume because, kakatapos lang ni Sir Kim Chua kanina, like Jobs 180, gagawa kayo ng resume link and that's fine. And the good thing about Jobs 180, ito, nakikisama na ako sa pag-add ng Jobs 180, no? You can be creative in how you create your profile, di ba? Sa katanungan dito, ng isa, yes, there are some companies that we have our own HRIS. Concentrix is one of them. In fact, we call it Workday. You can upload your resumes there, your soft copy resumes, but we only accept PDF, docx, and text format. Okay? Other than that, if kung ginagamit mo yung sa Jobs 180 mo, pwede mo nang i-copy-paste when you fill in the information manually. So yun. If you're putting up a business, obviously, you have to create a company profile. Bakit? Eh, ang gusto ko lang naman magtayo ng isang karinderya sa kanto. Bakit kailangan ko ng company profile? Now, here's the thing. If you have a business, a key to making your business successful is knowing how to get investors for your business. Ultimately, you want to expand your business. Maybe sometimes you want to take a loan so that you can expand your business. And in taking a loan, companies such as banks and other financial services, they need information about your organization or your business. And that's why creating a good company profile will come in handy. In the same manner, if you have your own business and you're looking for people, to employ and so on, even other organizations such as the Public Employment Service Office ng mga LGUs, merong ganyan, where, maraming tao na nag-a-apply, they will still need a company profile in order for them to accredit your business. Okay? And that's why you should make it enticing also. Now, if you have capability to create a video introduction, well and good, gawa ka. Okay, because that will show your personality as well. Okay? You can create an ad. You can develop your social media, and this is very important, by the way. When I'm talking about personal branding, this is the best time for you to review what you have posted on social media. Okay? Bakit? Kasi hindi nyo po alam, hindi ko alam kung alam nyo to, but companies are even checking the social media of their applicants because it's a great reflection on the personality of the applicant kung tama ba talaga yung pagkatao niya sa sinasabi niya kung sino siya, and how it can ultimately affect the business. Okay? Kasi yung halimbawa, nilagay mo sa social media mo na nagtatrabaho ka sa isang kumpanya. Tapos nag-post ka sa social media mo about anything political or something, pwedeng malaman at pwede kang ireklamo ng tao and so on, especially if it's fake news and whatnot, maaapektuhan yung pinagtatrabahuhan mo. Especially if the company you are working for has strict rules regarding decorum and even how you handle your social media. So as early as now, let's be responsible social media entrepreneurs and social media. You can be an influencer in your own right. Hindi lahat ng kalokohan magandang ilagay sa social media. Let's just put it that way. That's a good example. Yung mga pranks na nilalagay sa social, hindi lahat yan nakakatuwa. Lalo na if your social media is going to be looked at, whether you like it or not, it will be looked at by, prospect companies you might be working for in the future or you're applying for, or even prospect target market and audience and investors if you're putting up a business. Pansinin nyo lahat ng mga influencers na mga responsible celebrities. Again, you may want to look at Catriona Gray's social media account. Try to look at the concept of how she posts on her social media accounts and try to see how responsible it is. You can see how she promotes her advocacy. Hindi lahat glamour, right? Because she has a really good social media following. She and Pia Wurtzbach also has good social media content. Although si Pia minsan pumapatol sa mga nambabash, but that you have to make sure to, and when we go later on in the parts of the slides here, there are tips on how to be, when we're talking about making sure that you communicate effectively. You may also look into joining support groups. Okay? Lalo na if you're putting up a business, merong mga tao niya na mahilig na with similar business, they can help you, by having people mentor you. They can help you in developing your collaterals, becoming more out there. Like for example, yung NAS Academy, they even have courses how to build your followers so that it can be more beneficial for you when you put up your business. Okay, so this is an example of Catriona Gray's IG. So if you notice, hindi lahat model. She also posts about, what she's endorsing, her advocacies, and so on. Okay, So these are things that is very important. Now, let's talk about your resume or your CV. What's very important? What should your resume or CV include, or what information should it have? One, contact details, and please review your contact details, because if it's not one, it has to be updated, the one that you're really using. Iba kasi parang ayaw magbigay ng number. Bakit? Kung nag-apply ka ng trabaho, tapos ayaw may bigay number mo, ba't ka pa nag-apply ng trabaho? Tatawagan ka kailangan ka tawagan ng interviewer. Hindi mo naman sinasagot yung telepono. 'Di ba? So, put your contact details, your photo, pwedeng oo, pwedeng hindi. But if you are going to put your photo in your resume, make sure that it is professional looking. Pero case-to-case basis yan, ha. Sometimes, for example, you're applying for an ad in an ad agency, you want to be more creative in putting photos there. But if you're applying, usually for a job, make sure paghandaan niyo naman ng photos niyo ng very very light. Hindi naman kailangan magpa-studio kayo, pero paghandaan niyo naman ng konti to make it look very professional. I highly discourage yung alam mo yung mga nag-ID picture na kukunan kanila tapos papatungan na lang yung katawan mo ng kunyari corporate look. Huwag niyong gawin yon. Bakit? Kung marami kayong nag-apply, tapos lahat kayo nagpa-picture doon, iisa itsura niyo. Okay? So please, if you want to wear a polo, you don't necessarily have to wear a corporate attire in your photo. But make sure nakapolo ka. Kung lalaki ka, pag babae ka, you look very professional as well. Okay? Pwede po bang gamitin ang graduation photo sa inyong resume? Siguro pag within 6 months from the time you graduated, sige gamitin mo yung grad pic mo. But after 6 months, move on ka na. Kasi minsan yung grad pic natin, hindi natin talaga kamukha sa tunay na buhay. So make sure na kung ano yung itsura mo sa tunay na buhay, medyo malapit naman dun sa photo na ginamit mo. Huwag masyadong i-photoshop. Next, work experience is very important. Work experience, that is basically the core. Diyan nang gagaling yung mga katanungan minsan ng mga interviewers. Ano ba yung normal na tinatanong ng mga interviewers about work experience na pwedeng magsabi sa amin ng personality nyo? Again, in job interviews, that's what we look at, personalities. Yung fact na itatanong namin sa'yo, bakit ganito ka lang katagal sa isang kumpanya tapos lumipat ka sa ibang kumpanya? Bakit meron kang malaking gap mula nung nag-resign ka sa ganitong kumpanya sa ganitong kumpanya? Because it will tell us your discipline in terms of how you are when you are at work, your professionalism as well. Ano ba yung madalas mong rason? Do you have a trend why you leave companies? Because that can give us a glimpse on your personality, and that can affect whether or not we will take you in. Okay? And I'm telling this, and this goes across the board how interviewers are usually, because we need to know if we're getting the right people. And you have to understand why we are very nitpicky when it comes to that. Kasi ganito lang yan. Every company, whether it's a BPO company or not, we spend to hire. We actually invest in every person we hire. Okay? Merong certain cost na, yung sweldo na nag-interview sa inyo, yung papel na ginamit, kung merong mang job fair yan, magkano ang mag-participate sa job fair, And then, kung yung tao na kukunin namin, medyo hindi naman magtatagal, para kami nagtatapon ng pera. Okay? And that's why work experience matters. That's why we really check on your work experience as well. Education is important, although it's not the be-all and the end-all of everything. Will you get a higher position if you graduated with honors? No. At the end of the day, it's all about what you can do for the organization. And then from there, we can check. You know what I mean? You will then have to brand yourself again and position yourself if you want to be promoted. Okay? So it's non-sequitur. It doesn't always go to show. At the end of the day, let's just put it, and this is just a reality for everything. In one course, ilan ang gumagraduate sa school nyo? Now, multiply that with the other people from other schools in the whole Philippines and ganun kadaming graduates. Tapos gano'n kadami yung mga trabaho for these graduates. And that's why you have to understand why companies are very nitpicky when it comes to getting people. Okay? So education is important, your training, your certifications, if you have any. Not all companies are requiring certain certifications, but if you're eyeing for a higher position, if you're eyeing for a certain type of position, you may want to research because that could be a requirement. Okay? Skills and then websites and your social media accounts, like what I mentioned. They have to check if you are responsible social media users. Next, eto na. Balik tayo kay Catriona. Okay, in fact, meron siyang, you can search this from Catriona's channel on YouTube. She actually gave a blow-by-blow account kung paano nila pinag-isipan yung entire wardrobe niya na ginamit ng Miss Universe 2018. And she really thought about it because point number 6 is all about looking the part. Use your research on the dress code when you are planning on what to wear when you apply or where you go when you go for your job application or your job interview. Okay, use your research on the dress code. Baka naman pupunta ka sa isang kumpanya, naka-ripped jeans ka and everything. 'Di ba? Baka hindi ka papasukin. Okay? And why is that? Teka, sir, akala ko ba ang Concentrix medyo, laid back? You still have to look the part because some of our buildings, yung mismong building which is outside of Concentrix jurisdiction, the building code sometimes they have a certain dress code as well na bawal ang ripped jeans. So those are things that you need to research on, and that's why you want to play safe when you're applying for a job. But how can you brand yourself in looking the part? One, research. Second, here's a way para tumatak kayo in a positive way sa mga balak sa mga job interviewers or even to if you're going to meet with investors, possible investors for your business. Wear something one level better than what the average look goes. So kung nakita mo lahat ng mga employees kunyari nag-apply ka sa Concentrix, nakita mo yung mga ibang agents namin naka-jeans lang, naka-t-shirt, okay. Huwag kang mag-jeans, mag-khaki ka ng konti. Kahit na medyo naka-sneakers ka, pero yung pants mo, very, crisp and, hindi naman kailangan mga chinos na magkano lang yan sa bench and everything, di ba? And then, collared shirt na naka-tuck, so yung mukha kang supervisor. Ang ina-applyan mo agent, pero gusto mo mukha kang supervisor, look one level better than the average look. In that way, you will stand out more positively and you won't stick like a sore thumb. Kasi pangit naman yung mag-a-apply ka for a job, naka-corporate attire ka, tapos lahat ng tao casual. Diba? That's not one level higher. You want, kung anong itsura ng, halimbawa, ng entry-level position, magmukha kang supervisor. In that way also, you're manifesting to yourself na ang gusto mong mangyari, eventually, ma-promote ka. Diba? So that is one thing. Next, very important, hygiene. So ngayon, unti-unti nang nagiging hybrid ang ating sistema because of the pandemic. And when we say hybrid, there are some events that are more face-to-face, and then there are events such as this, which is more virtual. If it is face-to-face, isipin naman natin ang ating hygiene. Kasi kung virtual, sige, minsan wala kang ligo, suklay-suklay lang, wisik-wisik, okay na. Pero especially if you have to go to to a personal face-to-face meeting, hygiene naman natin. Matuto tayong maligo, magsuklay. Mayroong mga tao hindi mahilig magsuklay, pero maybe it's time na matuto tayong magsuklay. Proper hygiene is the best. And that's why usually I would tell people, if you're applying for a job and then you have an appointment for an interview, arrive around 30 to 15 minutes earlier so that pagdating mo doon, pwede kang dumaan muna sa CR para i-check yung sarili mo. Paskil na ba ako? Kailangan bang tumapat ako sa dryer para matayo ng konti yung kilikili ko? Check mo, mukha na bang usok yung mukha ko kasi nag-commute ako, di ba? So, hygiene is very important. Especially now, I don't want to say post-pandemic because we still are in a pandemic. Hygiene is very important. Your sanitizers, wash your hands, and so on. Dress according to your personality, but learn to edit. It's more important. Edit and conform. Let me give you an example. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend because sadly she passed away a few years ago. But she was one of the more fashionista friends that I've had. Mahilig siyang nag-uukay sa Baguio kasi taga Baguio siya dati. Alam mo naman sa Baguio, malamig. So may mga coats and everything. So yun yung personality niya eh. Very ano siya, Pinoy meets winter ang kanyang personality. And I remember her, she would come to work in knee-high boots, mini skirts, and trench coats, and ganyan. No? That is an example of dressing according to your personality. That's who you are, right? But she knows how to edit. Kunyari, alam niyang sobra ng print ang meron dito, babawasan niya yung accessories niya. Kung alam niya na, and it's a case-to-case basis also, depending on your position, ha? Kung alam niya na magte-train siya because she was a trainer, bigla bago siya pumasok sa klase, lahat ng mga burloloy niya tatanggalin niya. Kasi it can distract people. So she knows how to edit and conform. And that is something that I hope you all develop as well. For virtual interviews, your space can set the mood. Now, in my case, I actually have a green screen. So, napapalitan ko yung background ko na mukhang natural, na mukhang nasa Concentrix, kunyari ako, kaysa sa, na instead of me being at home, I'm actually at home right now, may ginagawa. So, kung may narinig kayong pumupukpok, nagpaparenovate kasi ako ng bahay. So, but I have this. So, your space can set the mood. Kung ikaw, kunyari, you're doing a virtual interview and you need to turn your camera on, make sure you are in a quiet place. Pwede mong i-set up yung iyong mesa kung saan ka mai-interview, no, virtually. Lagyan mo ng halaman, make sure it's clean, okay? Kunyari, nasa opisina ang dating mo so that ikaw din mapuput yung mood mo para to be your best. Kasi syempre kung mukha kang nasa bahay pa rin at yung alam mo nang nasa bahay ka, naka-virtual interview ka, baka ikaw din mawalan ng alam mo, parang nasa bahay naman ako eh. 'Di ba? So for virtual interviews, make sure to set the mood as well by, dressing up your area kung saan ka i-interview. I have had experience. In fact, I have some people from my team who's also taking part here, and they're here in this room also observing me. And they will remember this. We had some applicants in our virtual job fair. Nung nag-camera on sila, nakahiga sa kama. Mag-a-apply ka ng trabaho kahit virtual, magpapa-interview ka, tapos nakahiga ka sa kama. You know what I mean? Will that give you the right edge? I don't think so. Kasi, syempre, pag nakahiga ka sa kama, medyo chill-chill ka na. Di pati yung pagsagot mo, chill-chill. So, maaaring hindi ka matanggap. Diba? Again, branding. When we're talking about branding, you have to create those elements in order for us to remember you positively. Tatatak kayo sa amin, and we will make you think, you will make us think na ikaw ang tama sa trabaho. Okay? Now, knowing what color to wear is also important. What people don't know is that there's such a thing called psychology of color. Napansin nyo na yung mga fast food na ang logo nila Okay, there you go. Sorry. So, napansin nyo ba na yung mga restaurant, fast food chain, pati mga soft drinks na predominantly red ang kulay, sila yung pinaka mabenta. Because using red is actually evoking a certain type of impression. That they are active, they're exciting, they're bold, youthful. Kaya nga di ba ang Coke, anong kulay? Pula. Bold. energetic. Kasi nga, di ba, pag uminom ka ng Coke, dahil caffeine yan, magigising ka. Di ba? That's why companies, when they create their logos and their branding, they really research, their team research on the color that they will use. Hindi yan basta inisip lang na, ay, kasi bet ko orange, ay, kasi favorite ko pink. May rason. Even in politics, eto, kakatapos na rin lang din ng eleksyon. I'm not going to show any political affiliation, but hey, let's try to analyze. Diba, ang dalawang naghidwa ang bato noong eleksyon, isang berde at isang pink. Look at the meaning of pink. It means love, calm, respect, warmth. And that was one of the reasons why they chose that color also. Yung campaign manager, bakit naging ano yung pink na yan? In the same manner, ano naman yung gustong ipa-evoke nung green? Gusto niya ipakita na may balance, may growth, i-restore. Okay? I'm not making this up. I've actually had this slide for the longest time, but look at the meaning of these slides and try to think about the tactics and the strategies and the branding strategies of the politicians and the colors that they used. Di ba swak? Di ba swak? Di ba? So, going back, these are what you call the psychology of colors. Tingnan mo, Jollibee, pula. Very youthful, pati yung marketing nila, yung mga bata na kumakain sa Jollibee, 'di ba? Yung mga ganyan, it shows confidence, ambition, and so on. If you're a trainer or if you're an educator, usually when you, and this is something that I was trained in, is that when you are starting a class, for example, usually for the first day of class, we wear blue. Because it shows that we are in control, we are confident, we are open, and whatnot. Right? So I hope that this is something that can help you also think about what to wear for a certain occasion. So if you're going to apply for a job, what do you think? What color do you think you should wear? If you're going to have a meeting, what type of color do you wear? Or when you're thinking about your logo, okay? That's something that you can think about. Okay? So now let's move on to point, malapit na tayo matapos, guys. Point number 7, talk the talk. So you look the part, you have the mindset, you know yourself, you know your purpose, alam mong nagpapakatotoo ka, now, talk the talk. Always remember your mindset when you are in a job interview or in an interview or in a meeting. What is the purpose of that particular event? If it's a job interview, what's the purpose of the job interview? And that's something that you should always put in your mind. The purpose of a job interview is for an employer to see if you fit in with their current culture and their organization. And in the same manner, from an applicant's point of view, your mindset is that in that job interview, you should be able to show them in that 15 minutes of time that you are the best person for the job because you can work with the team. You have the leadership capability. Those are the things that we are looking for. You have the drive, the ambition, the leadership capability. You're not arrogant and so on. So you develop that mindset. Okay? Next, focus on your personality and your career trait or character traits. Like what I said, hindi ito reality show. Hindi ito drama. Pag tinanong ka, what's your weakness? My weakness is my family kasi gusto ko po silang maging success, gusto po maging happy kami. We all know that. But when we're talking about strengths and weaknesses, we're talking about your individual professional strengths and weakness. Okay? It's okay to talk about negative traits. You know, when you're asked what are your weaknesses or what are your areas of opportunity, it's fine. It's fine for you to tell something na, you know, baka kakulangan mo. But here's the big but. Always follow it up with an action plan. Example, If I'm asked what is my weakness, I can always say, well, my weakness actually, or an area of opportunity that I know I have is how I use Microsoft Excel or anywhere when I have to create reports, because I'm not as well versed in using a spreadsheet as opposed to using something that's more creative. But what I'm doing right now is I'm taking extra courses in making sure that I strengthen my knowledge in using Microsoft Excel. If you notice, I did say na kakulangan ko yung kunyari, yung Excel. But I also mentioned what I'm doing. Okay? So, just what I'm doing so that I can, para makontra ko yung weakness na yun. And that is very important. See? And your answer now becomes stronger. Next, be the star. In other words, okay, the kind of interviews that are being conducted nowadays is what you call your behavioral-based structured interviews, or BBSI. And why? Because, like what I mentioned earlier, we're looking more into your personality and your character traits or your personality traits in order for us to decide ultimately if we're going to take you for the job. So expect that you will be asked questions that are based on situations. For example, was there ever a time that you had to admit to a lot of people that you made a mistake? What did you do about it? Okay, that's actually a very common question that is being asked now. Okay? I know that maybe si Sir Kim kanina nagbigay ng mga common interview questions, but just to update that to what is being done now, that's one of them. We give situational questions. So when you answer situational questions, make sure to focus on the situation, the task, what was the action that you did, and what was the result. Star. Ika nga, star. Be honest. Okay. And I could never reiterate this anymore. Be honest. Interviewers can actually tell if you're lying, because especially if your interviewer is a graduate of psychology and so on, and even in the trainings that we've done in interviewing, we were trained to look you in the eye and check your eyes while you are talking. Kasi psychologically, if a person is lying, the eye will involuntary, meaning whether you like it or not, bigla yang mag-shift sa isang side. So alam namin kung merong tinatago tong hindi katotohanan. Yeah. So, but be honest. But when you are being honest, know when to divulge and when not to divulge. Kasi baka naman ginigisa mo na yung sarili mo sa sarili mong mantika, hindi mo alam. A good example, I had an interviewee. So I asked him, how do you see yourself in 3 years' time? Sabi niya, well, honestly, I'm just going to stay here for 6 months and then I'm going to leave. Okay, kung nag-apply ka sa trabaho, yun ang sinabi mo, do you think we will take you in? Do you think any company will take you in if that's how you answer? Was he honest? Yes. But did he divulge too much? Yes also. Kasi syempre, di ba ang goal mo makuha yung trabaho? Now, like what I mentioned earlier, every company is investing in people that they hire. So if I'm going to hire someone na alam kong aalis din in 6 months, what's the point in hiring that person? Kung alam ko naman na may makukuha akong tao who can stay here longer. And it will show a better character in being loyal. Okay? So that's an example on, you have to be honest, but you have to know kung alin yung, di ba, too many information is sometimes wrong. Okay? Communicate well. And when you communicate well, make sure that you develop tact. And if there are times that you have to disagree, you can always disagree without being disagreeable. Apart from that, and this is something that I forgot here, let's just go over this list first. Never say you are nervous. Number 1 rule, papasok ka sa job interview mo, ang una mo sasabihin na yung sorry, I'm nervous. Don't do that. Why? Because it's not going to guarantee you anything. Again, you're trying to put up a good brand. And when you say trying to put up a good brand, you're trying to put up an image for us to realize that you're the person we want. And telling us off the bat, sorry po, ninenervyos po ako, means that maybe you're not really prepared for this. And guess what? There are thousands and hundreds and thousands more of applicants we can look into to get other than you. So did you become successful in trying to put yourself down? No. So that's why never say you are nervous. And do not sell yourself short. Ang Pinoy kasi, ewan ko, napansin ko yan eh. Generally, I'm like this sometimes and maybe you're like this sometimes. Sometimes we sell ourselves short. Yung parang, pag sinabihan ka maganda, hindi naman ako maganda. Di ba? Yung mga ganon. Don't sell yourself short. Be confident. And at the same time, don't sound desperate. I know we need a job. I know you need a job, or I know you need customers if you have a business and whatnot. But wag kang desperado. Kasi di ba mas lalong walang lumalapit sa taong desperado. You know what I mean? So, be confident. Be confidently beautiful, because that's basically what Catriona is. She has been always confidently beautiful. And she's the type of person also who was able to change her personality. Talagang alam niya kung paano iba-brand ang sarili niya for a specific goal. Okay? And how you can do, why am I saying this? If you've known Catriona, in 2016, she joined Miss World. Iba din yung branding sa kanya doon as opposed to when she joined Miss Universe. Point number 8, don't be afraid to take the plunge. Okay? No day but today. Ika nga ng Broadway show na Rent. No day but today. Take the plunge. Minsan gusto mo, sige, gusto kong maging successful. Pero wala, gusto mo sitting pretty ka. Walang mangyayari kung hindi ka gagawa, di ba? Nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa tao ang gawa. Don't be afraid to take the plunge. Jump ahead, you'll never know, you might like it. Number 9, evolve. Always remember to embrace change wherever you go. Like what I said, your personality might be something to yesterday, it will be different, a few months from now. Okay? Embrace change. In knowing yourself, marirealize mo, you have positive and negative traits. Magpakatotoo ka, harapin mo pati yung negative mo. And then embrace the change. Because if there's one thing constant in this life, it's change. Okay? And be a catalyst for change. Embrace change and tell people that it's okay to change. And lastly, there will be times that you will fail. That is a given. Sometimes it takes, a lot of job applications before you get one job. That's true. Because life is really a huge competition. Isa siyang napakalaking beauty pageant. But always remember that you can always stand up when you fall. Be open to mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. And learn to assess yourself on areas for improvement. Also situations, ika nga ni Catriona, see situations with a silver lining. Okay? May pag-asa hanggat may buhay tayong lahat. Okay? And throw the negative thoughts away. Don't overthink. Sometimes, in keeping things simple, that's where everything else opens to something that's very positive. And more importantly, take action. You have a goal, take action. Go for it. Okay? If you fail in your first attempt, there's a second, third, fourth, fifth attempt. That's fine. Okay? Pia took 3 times before she won Miss Universe. Before she won Binibining Pilipinas. Take action. And more importantly, even when you fail, learn to move on. Move on tayo. Kung alam natin na sa sobrang pag-attempt natin, failure pa rin, stop, go outside of your comfort zone, look at yourself from outside, analyze, see if this is really still for you, and then learn to move on. Okay? So, as I'm ending this, always remember that your personal branding can get you to your goals. You just have to know how to take advantage of it, how to use it, and how to practice it. So take advantage of the opportunities and then you work hard. But do not forget to be authentic, to be your real self. Do not lose yourself in the process because you will have a lot of influences, a lot of peer pressure. always at the end of the day, anchor yourself. Sino nga ba ako? Be you and always redefine yourself. And that ends my talk this morning. Thank you very much. Again, thank you to our partners here at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. It was really nice to be with you. Now let's have some questions. If you have questions, you can type away.
Okay, so maraming salamat Sir JP. So guys, meron po ba tayong tanong para kay Sir JP? Okay. You can ask question or you can interact with our speaker. You can type your question at the Zoom chat or the comment section of the PUP Career Center Facebook page. Okay, so mukhang malinaw pa yata sa sikat ng araw, sir ha. So, okay, can you give a heart reaction to Sir JP po? Okay, sir, ayan. Gising pa sila.
Thank you
Hindi pa
very
sila
much.
nagugutom.
Oh nga, it's time for lunch for everyone.
Okay, so in behalf of the alumni relations, so wala na po bang tanong? So it's going once, twice, mukha, ayan, sir.
Ito meron, sir, what are your advice for those na wala pang work experience looking for their first job? Look for job opportunities that are open for people without any work experience. Concentrix has a lot of job opportunities for people without any work experience. You might want to take the plunge. Just try to research what are the skills that you need and then apply. Okay lang yan. Go lang. But that's the only thing that I can tell for now. Always scrutinize or always analyze the job ads so that you know if they're open for, for people without any work experience. So, and another thing there is you may want to broaden your horizon also. Some people kasi masyadong ngeto lang ang gusto nilang path. But sometimes, especially if you're looking for a job and you're trying to look for a career, it can get a little limited. So try to broaden your horizons and you'll never know. I'm a good example. I'm a graduate of computer science and I could have, I realized after that I wasn't really for the programming thing. And I realized that I love doing this. I love talking. And that's how I got into the BPO industry. I started, even as an agent, I was handling calls. And then, it opened this path where I am at right now. And I'm very happy.
Okay, so at I hope na sagot ni Sir JP yung tanong mo. Okay, thank you raw, sir. So may tanong pa po ba kay Sir JP? Okay, so going once again. Twice? Okay, mukhang wala na, sir. So, okay. Sige guys, pabigyan na lang ng isang thumbs up sa Sir JP or papalakpakan na lang siya virtually.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you, sir. In behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, I'm Professor Jane S. Pulma, signing off. At maraming salamat, Sir JP, and gracing this period and sharing your expertise about personality branding. So I hope to see you on another webinar po scheduled this month. So let's see, guys. Mas marami pa tayong matututunan from Sir JP.
Thank you as
Okay?
well. And
Yes.
advance Happy Independence Day to everyone.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you po. I'll see you again po. And guys, alam ko marami kayong natutunan sa webinar ngayong araw na to. And later, meron pa po tayong isa pang session with Terra System. So, thank you at ito po ang ating PUP hymn.
Ikaw taglay, PUP aming gabay, para lang tirani